Hello and welcome to Die Rolling. You probably thought we weren't going to be here again this week, but here we are. We like to lie in wait.
Have we been away?
Yeah, we've just been sitting here waiting for the next episode. And here we are. We are Die Rolling. We are, let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 interrupting messages. If you count the DM, hard to tell. We have a lovely time playing Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons. That's what I went for and kind of missed. And if you want to know what happened last time, there's a YouTube video about it. Go and check that out. Just pause this stream, go over there, take a look through the last few hours of that, and catch yourself up. A giant fish was involved. That's about as much as you need to know.
Was I here for that? I don't remember a giant fish.
Oh, you died.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
The only person I remember not being there was Felix.
Is that how the afterlife starts? Oh,
Sorry.
you die.
A screen comes
really?
up. Oh, you died.
If old Rowan Atkinson's stand-up routines are anything to go by, yes, that's exactly what happened.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Hello, boys. Pink lemonade?
Mom!
I appreciate that.
Whose orifice?
And round the corner.
Hello, everybody. As I mentioned previously, a giant fish. So you will remember that you are inside a contraption, a submarine, as it were. Not that anybody knows what a submarine is, but a contraption that was built by some agents of the Stiltmeyer Corporation. Amongst your travels, you were somewhat bitten, ingested by a gigantic fish. A small amount of time has passed between hither and thither, probably a few moments, but that probably feels like an eternity inside the jaws of a gigantic fish. Which is, you will notice that your companion Felix is still not with you, which is obviously no surprise to you, but as we're all sat around the table, maybe a surprise for the room. Can you immediately roll a dexterity saving throw?
Ah! Natural 20!
Oh boy!
A natural 20!
Oh my god, that's a natural 40!
And you,
A natural 20!
Is that true?
you get a +3 as well.
So that's 3 natural 20s?
No, I'm out of natural 20.
Oh,
mine's
no,
not.
no.
I don't know why mine's not rolling. Roll!
I got a 19.
A 19?
Natural 19?
A natural, well, no, a natural 15
Wow.
with pluses.
Damn,
we're dexterous.
Why did
But
you
apparently
So
we're all
wrong.
incredibly... We've been sat here so long in this submarine that we've been preparing our dexterity-lessness.
That's the only way.
I was just sitting there thinking, what I really need to be right now is dexterous.
Dexterous. You get a
So-
+3 as well.
Dexterous.
+3, that takes me up to 22.
I don't know, why isn't all roll?
Dexterous laboratory.
How does this thing work? It's been so long. Does that do a thing?
Nice, baby.
You've forgotten how to
How
use
do you
them.
see at that brightness?
I didn't want to like affect everybody
Finger
else's.
smudges.
Everybody
It's
else's
as dark
bright
as
now.
the night sky.
Do you think? Turn it up just for you, just a little bit.
Yeah, whoa! Contrast!
There you go.
Amazing.
Existed.
There you go. How does this thing make saving throws?
You know when you put your hand
do a
over
saving
the
throw.
Go on to that
sensor on your
page.
phone?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
that
like, what's
page.
your problem?
Oh, I'm on the internet. So I've got a Windows
Would you
tablet
like a
rather than a... Please.
A plastic thing.
Other tablets
16
are
plus
available.
4, it's a 20! Not natural. It's
We
a
are-
23 actually.
we are
with the,
The
plus
Dexterous
no, it is a
Society. The National
We
Society
are
of
the
Dexterousness.
Society.
We've gone between the atoms.
Yep.
Between, yeah.
We are that good.
Phased.
Wow. Well, I'm going to change slightly what happens based on the spectacular amount of that result. What happens is teeth. Teeth happen. Very large teeth. Very large, sharp teeth. They puncture the outside carapace of the submarine as you start travelling down the gullet of this creature. What you notice is actually rows upon rows of very large, 6 foot long ivory teeth, blackened in areas, and they come in rows. Some of them skitter across the surface of these, skitter across the surface of the submarine as this kind of undulating motion grinds these teeth against the outside carapace of the device you're in. Eventually, 6 of them pierce through. These very large teeth smashing into the inside of the carapace. Immediately, those astute of you hear a hissing noise. Based on what you discussed in the previous session, you will realise the inside pressure of the chamber that you're in is fairly large, and the outside pressure is fairly large, and the inside pressure is fairly low. And what you're hearing is escaping pressure.
Yay.
No.
Oh,
In
bugger.
pressure coming within the vessel.
That bad, right?
That doesn't matter for you guys because you're so quick off the draw. You hear bolts starting to move. You hear grinding noises as the machine slowly starts to buckle. And suddenly the device explodes.
Game over. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Is this insensitive? What happened?
I was thinking exactly the same thing. I was like, the Titan submersible.
It's all right. We're
That imploded.
We're not billionaires, so we'll be okay.
We've signed the waiver as well. So.
Yeah.
Wow, we just went viral. Woo! Take that, Elon. So, the device explodes. Bolts, springs, bits of leather, all kinds of things start firing in different directions. You don't notice much of this happening. You also don't notice what happens to your friend Lavender Hillmeyer, the pilot. But he definitely isn't where you all end up. By some miracle of a tetrahedral dice, you miss a lot of these very sharp, spiny teeth. And the salt water that's around you do notice it is salt water, which is quite strange given this is in a cave. And managed to skate by a lot of these teeth. The water initially is quite overpowering, it's everywhere, until you push forward through a very tight, slimy orifice, to use this word, and go down what can only be described as the world's most salty, disgusting water slide for a protracted period of time, probably 2 or 3 minutes, long enough for you to stop fearing death and start getting a little bit wet and bored, until you squelch. And when you squelch, you look upon your surroundings and see kind of undulating pinkish hills. They seem to spread out around you. The outside moves ever so slightly. You're in almost like a pinkish cave, a dome above you with like little imperfections here and there, but mostly of some kind of smooth material that ripples on the inside of this fish. But also these rolling pink hills that seem to go on for a long period of time. Even those with dark vision will lose your vision eventually down here. I should mention it is fairly dark. There's no natural form of light down here. Initially, you don't see any natural form of light, I might say. However, in between these pink rolling hills is some kind of liquid that settles in pools. It's hard to tell what that is, because mainly you're put off by the stench. The stench inside this creature is pungent, should we say. Fishy, obviously, and also a lot of other decaying organic matter, mostly of the meat variety, that is around you at the time. There's also a very strong acrid smell, which some of you will recognise, perhaps, as bile. Those of you who have maybe had one too many at the tavern will recognise that smell fairly well. But it's kind of turned up to 11 down here. I say you can't see any lights because what you do see at the far distance are 2 pinprick lines. The soft light, so it's unlike an unnatural light. It must be, by unnatural I mean by modern standards. There's obviously some kind of almost like a flickering torchlight or something in the distance. There's two of them. But that is where you find yourselves. I'm going to momentarily ask our friend Felix a question. Do you have dark vision?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is good.
Up to 60 foot.
It's
There you go.
Should we find Goric in here?
Straight
I can't see anyone. I'm just going to punch.
Have you got dark vision?
No.
Oh, I could just play with you now.
Yeah, you won't be able to see. It's very dark.
Oh, I'm just going to be swinging.
Yeah.
So we're just standing.
Oh, that being said, your hammer
Mm.
will emit a small glow. It's probably about 10 foot, but it's a soft, flame-like glow.
Found you. Bum.
I need to remember. But yes, that is true. As you're talking, you hear kind of a slopping noise as very large bits of the craft fall in behind you.
Lovely.
Every now and again, a lot of water also gushes in this way and kind of gives you not a very nice splash on the back. You're pretty wet right now, generally. You're not soaking. You survived a lot of the underwaterness of the Sorrow, but you're damp, shall we say, slightly moist.
Moist. Did anybody see where the pilot ended up?
Negative.
No.
Checking the manual. When we get out of the belly of a whale.
We're all here and intact, are we?
Yes.
Aye.
Right.
Luckily we saw it coming. The lights are miles away.
They're not miles away. They're you'd struggle to measure the distance
Okay.
with where you are, but they're far enough to be kind of pinpricks.
There's nothing in the manual.
Well, I mean, we could learn how to lose the belly fat in a week.
Belly fat in 1 week. Yeah. It's expertly co-authored as well. But nothing about leaving the belly of
Guess
a
we
whale.
head for the
so,
lights then.
Yes.
Nothing else we can do really, except stand here and be slowly digested.
Or we could smoke ourselves out. Light a fire. Cause a cough or a
Looks
sneeze.
down at the ankle-deep goop that we're all standing in.
Oh no!
If you can find anything flammable, then be my guest.
Oh, we're gonna have torches and stuff around here.
There's a lot of wetness around you, but like I said, there's these undulating pink hills, and there are fairly large pools of some kind of liquid between them.
Some kind of liquid.
Yeah, but the liquid that's gushing around your ankles seems like seawater and other saliva.
Like some galoshes right now. That'd be good.
They would be good.
You never have me.
There's a lot of
I've never had
onomatopoeias
that.
this evening. Gushing.
Sloshing.
Undulating hills.
Undulating.
Elantrix will start venturing towards the lights.
I made a wild assumption you're taking the high road rather than the wet low
She will
road.
avoid anything that looks sort of a bit acidic.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heartburn.
I will follow. Yes,
Just carrying
looking
guns.
around for...
Yeah.
I don't know,
Gas guns or
just
cans on fire, man.
looking around me. Being aware of my surroundings and things.
You make a perception check for me,
Her.
or an investigation check. It's up to you. The result, the answer, information you were given will be different depending on the dice you roll.
Or
Or a nature roll,
investigation. Let's
think
go
about
for investigation.
Also known as D&D.
Dungeons.
That's 7 for investigation.
7 for investigation.
Very good.
You're definitely
Not great.
inside
Okay.
a
Definitely
large animal.
inside a large animal.
Yeah.
Yes.
You think you're in the digestive tract, somewhere around kind of the upper digestive tract. It's unusual because you'd expect some kind of large stomach. Maybe you're in a large stomach. Maybe you're somewhere else in the digestive tract. Maybe it doesn't have a large stomach. Hard to tell.
Maybe it has 4 stomachs. Who knows?
The lesser stomach.
Yeah.
You don't want to see the greater stomach.
Well, I've never been in this situation. And there's nothing in the manual.
Have you not?
I have not,
Really?
no.
Gosh, you do surprise me. I thought you'd have been well versed in being swallowed by giant underwater creatures.
Nothing in the manual, I'm afraid. I'm no help here. What do we do? You ever been
Head
in
for
this
the light.
situation?
Oh, we could poke this thing.
It's poking the wall, or
Please
like,
tell me he
a-
hasn't just
a
poked
fleshy
something.
blob.
yeah, you can poke it.
Fleshy
It
blob.
bends away from you, much like poking the inside of somebody's cheek.
Push it with the hammer.
Yeah. But other than that, seems to just give way. It doesn't seem to react in any way. You hear odd splashing noises there and every now and again. I think.
The fire idea isn't awful.
Oh, it's too late now.
He
Feeling's
started.
already hurt.
Yeah, it's no good now. He's given up with fire and
I
started
stopped
poking
looking for
things
flammable
instead.
items.
So if they get
I know, I'm not
ambient
worried.
pressure down here, if they got crushed due to pressure at the top, okay, interesting. That's all I'd say.
Sphincters.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I've got to say about that.
Yeah. Multiple sphincters.
Yeah, sphincters. Sphincter doorways.
Yeah, Lamtrix is still walking until she sees something
So
that's.
is he going to keep walking towards the flame?
Mhm.
Unless anyone follows her, she will just walk off.
I assume she's just going hands behind her back.
Whistling as she goes.
Yeah, like the captain of the ship.
Yeah,
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, follow.
Um,
With my hand on my crossbow. In fact, not just my hand on my crossbow. I'm going to have my crossbow drawn and ready.
Just like Elandrix has done this
Silly
once or
idea.
twice before.
Uh,
Let's follow her.
I don't know what else has been swallowed down here. If something comes after me, I'm going to twang at it.
Twang! Twang!
So you think that's got worms?
Oh!
Yeah, I've seen enough episodes of Futurama to know where this is going.
Yeah.
my good friend.
Cool.
You're getting shot at.
Up until this point, you came out of a cave, as you remember. A lot of your compatriots had gone. But what you did see thrashing in the water was a small individual in what can only be described as a diving suit with a very large red cape.
Nice.
He identified himself, the gnome, as Periwinkle Jones, known as Captain Fantastic.
Named by the group or as
No,
like his
no, no.
actual name? Okay.
Actual name.
Captain
Perfect.
Fantastic.
Captain Fantastic.
Okay.
Who is a relatively high-ranking official of the Stillmeyer Corporation.
Hmm.
He showed you a very small brass device which would track his submarine.
Okay.
And knowing that your compatriots within said submarine, you thought it was a good idea to follow said device.
Yeah.
First choice, do you take the device from him
Yeah.
and go on your own,
Well,
or do you allow him to escort you to said coordinate?
well, I'll ask the group.
He's
Is-
useless.
Is he a fishy character or was he
He's
alright?
great. We love him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's alright.
yeah. We loved him so much we stole his submarine, kicked him out of it, and ran away.
So that's my concern.
He's a nice fellow. He's just got a very inflated sense of ego.
Cool.
Anyone
It
calls
was-
himself
it-
Captain
it-
Fantastic, he's one of those.
It was the simple fact that he didn't want us to take his submarine. We wanted to take the If he'd
So
said
it's
yes,
a Grand Theft Auto
yeah,
situation.
if he'd said yes, please take my submarine and go,
Yeah.
then we wouldn't have had to throw him out of it.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful melodic voice, though.
That's like one point of view. Cool. He's going to leave him there.
Cool.
Yeah.
You take the device.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be too difficult to do, I'll be honest. You're a trained veteran.
Well, I imagine he's like blabbering on and he's like looking around. He's not even looking at
Yeah.
me, and Felix is gone by
He's
the
gone.
time he finishes the end of it.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Maybe proclaim
A lot of swimming later.
Yeah,
Um,
he's going to use his transformation suit to make him his transformation coat to make himself a little bit more fishy.
nice. I don't think it affects your ability to swim or breathe.
But it makes him feel better.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
All cool.
Yeah.
You obviously, I imagine, track fairly open. Oh, do you go by boat or do you swim?
You're gonna swim.
Swim.
Yeah.
You probably track fairly close to the
Doggy
top of the
paddle.
open
Doggy
water.
paddle, absolutely.
Yeah.
This device, by the way, is quite ingenious. A brass device, orb on the top with some kind of black marker on it,
Yeah.
and the ball freely revolves, so it points in 3D space in a direction. And you get to a point where it points straight down.
Yeah.
Lucky enough for you, you hear a lot of munching, and a very large creature breaks the surface of the water.
Oh great.
You have a sudden choice.
Yeah.
Lots of teeth and near certain death,
Mm.
or you, out the corner of your eye, spy a sphincter.
Well, he's clearly going to go through the sphincter.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why I gave you the choice, I don't know. The sphincter, relatively unguarded.
Yeah.
Have you not seen a dog greet another animal?
Yeah. And lucky for you, this is a very large creature, and you are very small.
Yes.
A few minutes of squelching,
Yeah.
and you find yourself within a large creature.
Halfway.
Is it like a nose?
A few
It's
minutes
like full
of
of
squir-
hair and.
A few minutes of squelching, you find
Different kind of
yourself.
sphincter.
Oh no!
Yeah.
He's in the butthole.
It's tight for a while, but it's quite large relative to you.
This will be a short period known as Operation Brown.
Yeah, Operation Brown. Operation Brown was largely successful.
Yeah.
After traversing several tight bends, should we say, you find
Tight
yourself in a
bends.
very large, open cavern.
I like the way that your first instinct was just to. Oh, that seems like something I should crawl through.
Choice
saw-
of two options.
I saw a lot of teeth.
Teeth or pucker.
Yeah.
Exactly. You find yourself in a very large open cavern.
Sorry, I'm imagining the creature came up with its teeth.
Yeah.
He grabbed a lip, and then as it dived down, he ran the length of it,
Yeah.
and then just went in the last bit that was left over.
Yeah. It's the last chance.
There's a gap.
Last chance before it's submerged.
Yeah.
Squeak, squeak.
And
pop.
then the Sphinx
There we
will
go.
close behind
Forward
them.
right through.
I'll get that mental image out of my head.
No worries.
You find yourself in a very large open cavern.
Hello.
The description around you has already been given.
Yeah.
However, the two pinpricks are much closer to you. They're fairly bright, in fact. And you hear an odd other noise. There's a gurgling. Everyone's heard said gurgling. You hear another noise, which is some kind of low humming. Kind of sounds like a and goes on for a very long period of time.
Darn it.
I was thinking that.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's
Yeah.
quite thorny.
These pinpricks are like closer to you. They're probably about 70 foot away, and they're off the ground.
Rostaff.
Yeah, absolutely.
knock you
18 plus 3 is 21.
Nice.
Nice. I'm feeling 21. Oh, good lord.
Do we hear the same noise, by the way, or is it only just down our ears?
Eventually, given enough time.
Casting just heard someone singing, I'm feeling 21.
You've been hearing a lot of noises tonight. As you get a little bit closer, right in the tip of your hearing, you start to hear this noise. The flames are getting brighter. You can see now as they flicker, they are actually torchlight. There's two torches lit. And they seem to be hovering above the ground. It's hard to kind of see in the darkness. Can anyone roll either perception, nature, or investigation for me? Doesn't matter which one. You can all roll one of them if you want.
I'll do investigation. That's a 19 on investigation.
19 for investigation. Well done.
I'm not.
What was that one?
That was nature for 3.
Nature for 3. Cool.
Good.
Definitely a fish. Almost 100% convinced of that.
I didn't even need to roll for that.
The 19 for investigation, however, you start to look within these pools. They're concerning. They bubble and make strange hissing noises. So you're glancing at them. They're kind of somewhere in patches. They're kind of a dark green colour, in patches almost an orange colour, and there's a lot of eddy currents between the two as they mix, and they make this awful acrid smell. Anyone who's been near an apothecary at kind of prime season will probably recognise it. It's some form of acid. However, what catches your eye, and the reason you're looking at them so much, is there's something moving. Every now and again you catch the glimpse of something moving within it. Lots of things, actually. Wriggly things. They seem to be contained to these pools for now. But there's definitely something within them.
Come on in, the water's warm.
Get on in here!
Candy Mountain.
But as you get closer and closer, this noise and this low hum.
I would recommend to my companions to stay away from the pools. They are riddled with things.
Gold?
No. Wriggling things.
Can I hear you?
You should be able to hear.
Can I hear him? Am I still close enough?
Yeah, I think you're all travelling together, aren't you?
Well, you are following.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
everyone's following us. I think you're ahead, but everyone else is following.
You're at the front. I'm just
Behind.
having a mooch around as we're walking forwards.
Well, Lantrix will probably have a look in one of the pools. She'll do maybe a nature roll to see if she can work out what
Yeah,
is
okay.
going on. 19.
19. It's hard to see exactly what they are, but they're large, wriggly things, worm-like.
Okay.
As you kind of glimpse them as they come near the surface, you've heard of intestinal worms. You will have heard of that as a thing. You don't know if these...
What are you implying?
Yeah. You'll have heard them in one of the many
Remember a
books.
couple of months ago?
Yeah.
This is you've heard of worms.
You've heard of worms before, right?
Told you not to
You
tell
know
you that.
worms. Yes, worms. But obviously nothing of this scale. You don't know if they're naturally occurring in some kind of symbiosis or if this thing is infected and riddled with worms. It's hard to tell. However, they seem to have teeth. At least one. They don't seem to have any eyes, but definitely one side is toothed. And they writhe around in this thing. They occasionally do take bites and kind of chunks out of the larger creature that you're inside. But they are swimming around. They don't seem aware of your presence. You don't know how they even sense things, and account they have eyes.
Are they? Is it a baby version of the thing we're in? Do I think?
No, you don't think so.
No.
These are definitely worm-like. The thing you're in is much more fish-like.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well, we'll continue on. I'll take wide berths around them.
Yeah, you're all seasoned adventurers. If you were kind of just a random individual, if Lavender had done this long, he might have struggled to get across these big slimy hills that you're on, but you traversed.
blood rest is so.
You are getting fairly close now. You're probably within kind of 70 feet of this noise, in which case, those of you with night vision are starting to just get on the tip of what you can see.
And can we see Felix now?
No, Felix is very well hidden.
We
and
can
also,
smell him, probably.
as far as Felix is aware, on the opposite side, so you actually won't be able to see these guys yet.
No worries.
If you imagine being at polar opposite sides of something within the middle of you, that's kind of where you are.
Like a sniper, he's using the troughs to hide and scout around.
Funnily enough,
I wouldn't
should look,
hide
the
in the
device is
troughs.
pointing straight past this thing
Yeah.
towards
Okay.
the other end.
Towards the black box, wherever it is.
Towards wherever that is.
Yeah.
I would have thought at this point it would be pointing in all directions at once. Because that's where it all is.
We got harmony.
Are you actually humming along?
Yeah, I will. Soothing.
The voice stops.
Oh.
And within the just wiping beer out of my beer. It's in character.
I get that one messed up.
And the voice does stop, and you hear a voice come up. And it's kind of a slightly garbled, and it comes in a strange language. Who here speaks Undercommon? 2 Undercommon speakers. So the rest of you will hear. And the 2 of you that speak Undercommon feel a heavily accented voice. It's not Undercommon as you would know it. Say, "Who comes to see the Archpriest of this domain?"
This one's drunk.
Archpriest? You really an archpriest?
Yes.
Hello, Yoda.
Yes, I am.
Archpriest I am.
Oh, we found one of them. This is going to be fun.
You have come to this sacred place within the god, and I am his chosen mouthpiece.
Oh no. We got an answer.
Good.
Do you not speak Undercommon?
No.
Really?
No, we
What
talked
was-
about that about an hour ago. Do you remember?
What are those languages?
Hour ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's quite complicated.
Yeah.
You have to be quite sophisticated.
Yeah.
Sophisticated.
Fish ticket, yeah, I like that. We've got a nutter, I think. He says he's the high priest of this place, and he's calling it a god.
Yes,
Obviously, you can hear all this.
that's fine.
Fortunately, I employed some escorts to come with me, so
An escort.
I'm sure you can.
You employed these people. Does he pay you?
Yes.
What, does she pay you?
Behold
Yeah.
my miracles! The two torches turn green.
Great, he's got traffic lights with him.
I bet he's wearing just a trench coat.
Yeah, yeah. I will approach.
Do
a
not
little
be
bit
alarmed, traveller. I wish you no harm. I merely communicate the will of this god.
And what is the will of this god?
To consume all living things.
Oh, it's hard,
Those that
hard to
are
argue with
worthy
that.
are sent down the chute.
Oh. What happens to those who are worthy?
They are consumed and become energy for the god.
Oh dear.
Why would we not be worthy?
What strange language you speak!
I mean,
Have you travelled far to be I actually understood that. You must have travelled far to commune with me. Behold! My second miracle! The ground starts to shake ever so like quiver, as if the creature's just kind of slightly hungry. Everything kind of quivers around you.
Going to approach a little bit closer with crossbow ready.
As you get a little bit closer, built on kind of a pile, if you like, there is a throne that's been built out of bits of fishbone, old bits of driftwood, and the odd bit of stone, and basically a large chair has been erected. It's wide at the base and goes up to a very small chair, and on either side of this chair are two lit torches. Sat amongst it is a big, very fat creature. Two big yellow bulbous eyes, a large central fin, and it's kind of purple coloured on the back and kind of pink on the underbelly. And it has some kind of green loincloth, and inside at one hand it's wielding some kind of staff. It's hard to see what it is. It's bent slightly and looks almost ivory in its creation, some kind of bone of some description.
Is this, on first inspection, at all related to the creatures we spoke to outside?
Fatter,
Yeah.
slightly larger,
Yeah.
but yes, definitely related in some way.
Uh-huh.
You have finally sensed me with your presence.
I sensed you with my eyes, but yeah, close enough.
Silence! I sense others. Who do you have with you?
There are 3 others with me.
This is good. I sense them.
what are their names?
Behold! My third miracle. His eyes turn green.
I can do everything that he's doing, just to be clear.
Yeah, but when you do it, do you say "behold"?
I can do if it's important.
In Rick and Morty, you know, like the weird wang-looking things in the multiverse that you can buy. The
plumbus?
Plumbus.
The plumbus.
Felix is like crawling up the side towards this throne from the back, and he's like grabbing plumbuses to drag himself along.
I always want to know how a plumbus got made.
I'm at a loss for words here. Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
I am the mouthpiece of the god that you are within. I am the major tooth of the minor teeth. I am the giver of energy to he who consumes.
So, he answers to you, the creature, the god.
Blasphemer!
Punish him.
Can I just
More
shoot
blasphemy and you shall be punished!
him? Can I just shoot him? Can I?
I don't know what he's saying.
He is saying essentially that he is the mouthpiece of the god being Elfisho, and I've apparently just blasphemed for suggesting that he has some sort of control over Elfisho. I really don't know what to do here.
We are on a mission of vengeance. And
You translate for him?
No, he can speak it.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Just a bad act. Just a bad
That's better.
accent.
That's better. Vengeance?
And your god has delayed us.
What do you mean?
We are not supposed to be here.
He hungers for all things.
Not
the fact
those.
you are here means your test has begun.
Test of vengeance.
If it is vengeance you seek, perhaps I can provide you with it.
Yes.
Behold!
Provide.
My fourth miracle! He holds the staff up in the air. And as he does that, can you all roll initiative, please?
There's a fight, does he?
Oh gosh.
We've all been rolling so high so far.
Natural one.
I
A
can't-
natural
Yeah.
one.
I've rolled a natural 20 and a rat. Did you get a natural one as well?
I can re-roll.
Hey!
Oh, lucky. Well done.
Lovely anecdote tonight.
I'm feeling 22.
I rolled an 8.
8. What was your re-roll, Carl?
It was 12.
12. We'll stick you there for now.
You're welcome to take from the pool.
You rolled
if
an 8.
Right.
That's you.
Where's my initiative on this thing?
Oops. Oh, good lord. So we had Felix up first. We had... what did you roll, Finesse?
I'm just trying to find out where my initiative thing. I've forgotten how to do
This
initiative.
Did
roll.
you lose it?
I just saw white. I thought,
That one.
That one. There we go. I need you to scroll
Do you
down a
like
bit.
these ones?
That's a powerful 9.
A powerful
I would
9.
consider this to be the better half of the celebrations box.
An 8 and a 1.
They
There
don't
we
put
go.
any bounties in them anymore.
Oh, there is. I'll just take one.
Oh, do you?
Bounties are, I'm sorry to say, they are trash.
Hey!
Trash tier of bounty.
That's
yeah.
enough.
Great.
Yeah.
Bottom tier.
Yeah. Bin them.
Take your milk.
Be gone.
But you always need a group of people who some like them and some don't.
Yeah.
Bounties are liked by whoever had older brothers. The youngest brother likes bounties because there was nothing else left.
Yeah, and eclairs as well.
You're actually
Yeah.
down
No,
under
no,
the
Yeah,
cloud.
and Eclairs as
I
well.
like
I
I
like
like
the
eclairs.
They do.
Same child.
Same
never
tier.
since.
Yeah, same tier as bounty.
Yeah.
I don't mind an eclair.
I like a bounty. It's the martyrs I can't deal with.
Do you know what? I don't mind the Mars.
Ruin your teeth.
They're
No, I
not,
don't
you're
like
not my
Mars.
favourite, but I'll have one.
I imagine they're on par with all the others. The teeth ruining.
Some are a slow decay and others are a quick.
I like to have a third of a Mars bar so that I can rest.
I'm a big fan of sherbet lemon, but I always cut my tongue.
What about chocolate lime?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
weird, don't it?
that is old
It's a
school.
weird
It
chocolate. I
is.
like an old school sweet.
Yeah, I like a chocolate lime.
A bit of licorice, chocolate lime.
Oh, no licorice, thank you, no.
Oh, lovely.
I like
Oh.
licorice.
That's too old licorice.
Please,
It's like a Bertie Bassett.
please let us know how much you like licorice.
Licorice, bus stop. Reading the paper. Pint of bitter in the end. Yeah, paper money to buy my licorice.
Please follow us if you like chocolate limes.
Werther's originals
Holy
are
cubes.
overrated, right?
They are.
Oh, but I do like one.
I like a
put
Werther's.
Scotch as a
I like a
flavour.
Werther.
but they're,
Butterscotch is lovely.
They're a good driving sweet.
Enough of
they
this
are.
D&D
Yeah,
malarkey.
they are a good drive.
Meanwhile, back in the plot.
Anything that comes in a tin. Yeah, big fan of those. The
Unless it's covered in like powdered
I
sugar.
like the powdered sugar.
Yeah, but it gets
Powdered
freaking
sugar!
It's why I get out of my car looking like a cocaine addict. I'm going to work like sugar all down
everywhere.
Turkish
powdered
delight
sugar
all
all
over
down
you.
my front.
I mean, this guy was talking about solar panel subsidies or something when I was.
Oh, it was, yeah. We were talking, yeah, adult talk before we started. Yeah.
Back in the room.
3 of the pools around you start bubbling uncontrollably. You assume uncontrollably. You don't know if it's possible to control it.
I don't know what
It
controlled
appears.
bubbling is.
Exactly. So,
Against uncontrollable,
and the
so-
smell, the acrid smell gets worse. There's a lot of more writhing in the pools than you
I
previously
don't want to have
experienced.
to fight parasitic worms.
Felix, you're up first, and as far as you can tell, completely hidden.
In a field of plumbus.
In a field
Plumbi? With,
Plum guy.
yeah, he's going to.
Plumbini?
Oh, wait, obviously you can't.
That's now canon. It's more Plumbusy around the
Yeah.
back end of this
Lovely.
creature.
Yeah.
A field of Plumbi.
Yeah, and then when the creature now that we've gone into combat, they've all stood on end. So
Doink.
he's going to attack this weird frog-looking dude from behind.
Nice.
Oh, you'll get a Christmas.
Yes,
3 fluid ounce
Oh,
plumbus,
I
mate.
hope so. It's a mug. You can drink from it.
It's a deluxe coffee mug, apparently.
Attack.
That's not good.
Attack.
That's a hint.
Oh, it's not great. It
Wait,
is
send me
going to
that
be
link.
13 to hit.
I will.
I might
Oh, it's a
turn you
miss,
by
I'm
that.
afraid.
Oh, yeah.
This blade comes out. So you've got this very shiny, nice dwarven blade, haven't you? First time
Yeah.
it's been used.
Yeah, it doesn't have any additional stats because we never negotiated. But
It
that's
is a
fine.
+2 to both
Yay!
hit and damage.
Oh, to hit and damage. In which case,
You
it,
just hit.
yeah, buddy. Cool. Should we do
You
some
have within your
damage?
possession a mastercraft weapon.
Yeah, it is ace. Boom. And he gets to re-roll that one. Cool. He does 8 plus 4 plus 2. So lots of damage.
8 + 4 + 2.
Yes.
You gave me a maths problem instead of a number.
He does 14 damage.
14 damage, well done.
Did that creature just get stabbed?
Oh no! Wait,
by
I
a
rolled
giant
the wrong. No, I did roll the right dice. All's
Giant
good
poo.
as well.
A giant poo. A giant poo with a sword just stabbed the creature.
A big, stinky animal.
I'm with you.
It goes right through one of his arms, and you hear him go. But that is all that happens.
Nice.
Are you going to stay?
I can do a second attack.
Hang on, it goes right through his arm. So you mean it goes
Yeah.
like, and the
No,
arm
through,
just stays
through
there?
piercing.
Ah.
No, I'm going to stay in
Pierces
close.
through one
And yeah, Robin gets another shot. That's going to be 8 plus 7 plus 2. It's a 17 to hit.
17 to hit is a hit, my good friend.
All the dice. He did 9. Plus 4, 13, plus 2, 15 damage.
Oh! 15 damage, baby.
Really going for the spleen.
Going for this.
That's all I'm going to say. Are you staying in base contact then?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, you don't do any bonus.
Did he look like he liked
actions?
that? Did he like
He
that?
did not like that.
No, good.
He did the opposite, in fact.
Oh!
Yeah, lots of not liking is what just happened.
I'm pretty woken up.
Great.
Not great, not great. So...
And obviously he was like, Jamwick the Brave! So everyone would have heard that. And it was metal music.
Nice, yeah.
Can you make a wisdom
Oh,
saving?
Carries their JDL Bluetooth speaker with him. You get a +3 if you're within 10 feet of me.
I don't think I am.
Which you're not, I'm afraid. They're about 60 foot away at this point.
Oh!
Wisdom is 14.
14, baby. Let me just check on a thing.
So wise.
It's been a little while. It's been
Should we just say save?
a little while. What did you say it was?
14.
I'm afraid, my good sir.
Oh no, he's very wise.
You suddenly can't move.
Ow.
This creature looks at you and goes,
He turns
and you freeze.
Okay. Oh,
Um,
okay, so paralysed, like frozen.
I'm afraid so.
Okay, cool.
You're incapacitated and can't move or speak.
Cool.
You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and any attack that hits you is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of that creature.
Great.
How many of these little pondy creatures are there?
Currently, it's just him. He's alone.
Loner.
Loner.
Feeling for the hole.
My good friend Caston.
What are we fighting? I've missed the plot here.
There are 3 bubbling.
That was literal as well. Yeah.
Those bubbling pools are very close. Kind of each one is probably within 10 foot of you. There's this large fish creature on a pedestal, and that's all you can see. If you imagine you're kind of at the base of a triangle, one pool behind you 10 feet away, 2 pools either side of you, 10 feet away, and right in front of you, about 60 foot ahead of you, is a guy on a throne who's just been stabbed by something that's slimy. Twice.
Okay, well I will resort to Old Faithful and throw a boomerang at his face.
Yeah, you can do that, mate.
Yoy. 9.
9. Yeah, he sees it coming and just bats it away with a staff. It does come back to you. I think you do have another attack. I don't know if you can attack the boomerang twice. I presume you can.
We'll say yes.
Well, actually, no. It's been a while. We'll say
Yeah, we'll
I'll
say
give it
yeah.
He's in his other hand, but I now have to throw it left-handed because that's the
Yeah,
hand
of course.
I got it with. 10.
A little bit better with your left hand.
10. Yeah, he bats it away again.
He's not pretty fat.
So he does bat it away.
Catch it in your mouth now.
Definitely only one enemy.
Are you going
For
to
now.
move at all?
Just one.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
I have 3 bubbling pools and 1 enemy.
I will move a little closer to Fishman.
Yeah, you can move 35 feet,
Yeah,
I think.
I'll
25 feet.
close the gap.
No worries, my good squire. I'm running out of room. I need a booth. I need a booth. We have Theneus. You are up, my good friend. 3 bubbling pools around you. 1 heifer.
Very well.
Cattle in here, right?
Cattle in here as well.
Is there?
You don't know he isn't cattle for some larger creature. Maybe that's all this is.
We did establish that we're just in the stomachs of.
Exactly. Yeah. Asher is in a large fish.
Yeah.
Within that fish is a smaller fish.
I'm going to cast as a bonus action Crimson Right upon my crossbow. Cast. And I'm going to take a shot at Matey Boyo.
This always feels like Tool, doesn't it?
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
where's it
That's
gone?
what they listen to down here.
Deer.
The drones. They can't get with the high pitch. Yeah.
This gets lost.
All hurdy-gurdies and bagpipes.
Oh dear, that's 9. That's 9 to
It's
hit
a
with my
9.
first shot.
It comes straight at him, and it just seems to kind of bounce off his fleshy hide. This kind of like gloopus,
Oh, hang on.
scaled hide.
Hang on a minute.
Gloopers.
Oh, no, it's additional
Is
damage.
gloopus a
isn't it?
word? Gloopy?
I like it.
He was a professor in Hogwarts.
Oh yeah, Professor Gloopus.
What do they
Well,
do?
that didn't do any good, so I'm going to
Don't worry,
do
Harry.
my second
I'm
attack.
local sheriff.
Same again. Oh, God.
No, just me.
Same result. 9.
9.
That was absolutely
Sorry,
crap.
that's no good. Bounces off his fleshy hide again. You've already done your bonus action. So, from one of these bubbling pools, there comes streaming forth a very large collection of worms with very big teeth. There are 3 of you equidistant away.
Chompers.
And they come swarming towards you, Elantrix, I'm afraid. They almost leap out of this pool, these kind of circular tooth-like orifices all outstretched towards you. They completely engulf you. So they're all suddenly they're all over you. You don't know where, you don't know what's going on, but they're
Like
kind of
hundreds
all
of them,
around you.
or-
Yeah, there's probably it's likely 30 of them kind of all around you, these kind of writhing creatures. Each one of them is about 4 foot long, kind of writhing around. They're fleshy coloured and writhing. There's a mixture of wet slapping and teeth. The teeth are less pleasant than the wet slapping. And the wet slapping wasn't particularly pleasant. That is...
And they're like, when you say 4 foot, because 34 foot long worms, they're quite like sort of super thin, like tapeworms.
They're pretty thick. They're probably like, 5 or 6 inches.
Like a woggle.
4 foot, like a woggle.
Yeah.
I don't know what a woggle is. That sounds...
Or a pool noodle.
A pool,
as
like a
you
pool
might
noodle.
call, you might know them.
About half the length of a pool noodle.
Is that what they've been called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half the length of a pool noodle,
Yeah.
but similar thickness.
Okay. Yeah.
Tapered at one end.
Yeah.
Floaty.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that is a 11 to hit, my good. No, it's not. It's more than that. It's a 13 to hit, my good man.
My armor class is 13.
Equals or
It
exceeds.
matches.
Yeah,
I've got
yeah.
+2 written next to it, but I think that might be old. I don't know what that is.
Don't know
Have you
what
got
that
shield? Shield of Faith?
Yeah,
Or have you
but
got shield?
whatever it is, it's old. I've got a shield. Yeah, but that's included in my armor class.
Is it?
Yeah.
Then I'm afraid that's 8 piercing damage. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
I can. Ow.
You're within 10 feet. You'll get a +3.
Stood very close to you, actually.
Oh,
What's you?
+3 on attack.
7.
7.
Huh?
You get +3 on
I've
attack.
got very
Only
bad
saving
news for you,
throws.
my good
I
man.
thought you might.
You now have worms.
Can you take 20 poison damage?
Goodness me.
And an extra 5 infestation damage.
That's so much damage.
But he's had a bad day at work.
Wow, I see how this adventure's going to end.
I should have interjected.
Consumed by worms in a fish.
Oh, he's gonna murder us all.
Yeah, so you're currently inside a swarm of writhing creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Not
This
the
doesn't
first.
affect you in any way. They're small enough that you'd be able to just walk away, but you'd invoke an attack of opportunity. You're not bound or unable to move anyway.
No.
Wunderbar. We have Winston. No, Wesley. I keep wanting to call you Wesley.
Wesley.
Shut up, Wesley. Wesley.
Well, that looked rather scary.
It's probably fine.
Are you okay?
No!
I can, have we still got these, pool noodles right in front of us?
Yeah, so there's some next to you is Elantrix who's covered in them. They're biting her, and you can see kind of some kind of black substance coming out of them.
Yummy.
That's seeping into her. There are 2 other bubbling pools. You can probably assume they're also filled with these creatures.
I don't know what kind of... Is there a way that I can remove these from Elantrix?
Bubbling
I don't.
Pools was their cover band.
I don't want to just hit you with a warhammer, really. I don't think that's a very good strategy to remove.
Hitting me with a wall.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, I don't know how to hit the things.
Pools.
Yeah.
Put you out of your
I think
misery.
Yeah, I guess so at this point.
I think I might end up hitting you with a warhammer. I will stand in. I will come to Elantrix, and I will use lay on hands to heal you.
Cool.
I'll give you 15 HP to heal you back up,
Thank you.
and I'll stand in front. I've got a yeah. I'll stand. I'll just stand in front of Elantrix. Look at the 2 new pools of bubblers. Are they close as well? The
Yeah,
extra
10
balls.
feet.
10 feet, yeah, with a shield
So
raised.
you can do an actual action to do that, can't you? You're kind of readying action in case something jumps out.
Yeah, I think the lay on. Yeah, I think the lay on hands is in an action. I think it's an action. Does that take
Oh, was
my-
it our bonus action?
No, I don't think so. It's not down as bonus actions.
No worries.
So I'm
There's 2,
taking.
isn't there? There's word of
Yeah, so I'm
healing
taking that as my action. So I'm just gonna step in front and
nay worries, my
put
good
a
man.
shield up.
That makes sense to me. In which case, one of the other bubbling pools, bubbles. Phineas,
Of course.
ascending out of this pool, jumps forth these tendril-like
Pool noodles
creatures.
of
The
doom.
pool noodles of doom. Yeah, other name I do which is only a 9 to hit.
Nope.
They're slopping around all over you. You get lots of wet tickles, but not a lot of teeth.
Wet tickles and teeth.
Wet tickles and teeth.
My
name
first
my
album.
but they're all over you, and they're kind of swarming around you. And they're small enough, like I said, that you can just walk away, but you will invoke an attack of opportunity.
Good night out in Equa.
The final collection of pool noodles. They're going to come. They are actually going to come for you.
I say no to these noodles.
Sorry?
I say no to them.
You say,
Nay,
not today,
No.
noodle Satan.
Not today.
Back within your pit. That's only a 9.
Negative! That's
Negatory.
what I say to them as well. Negative. I bat them off with a shield.
Again, wet and tickle,
Yeah.
but not so much teeth. Is where you find yourself.
I'm heavy armor.
The final one, Elamtrix, writhing around you with these toothy creatures that have sunk into your flesh. What do you wish to do now?
I'm going to disengage
Yes.
because that seems like a good idea.
Seems like a good idea.
And then how far can I get towards? When there's some flamey torches somewhere.
Yeah, so that's up on the pedestal that your fishy friend is on.
Yeah.
He's got 2 torches either side of him on
Okay.
top of this thing. It's roughly 60 foot away from you, and then you'd have to climb some minuscule steps, which, for the sake of argument, we'll say is negligible.
Yeah. I'll get. Well, I'll move my movement towards
Cool.
those torches.
No worries. Hidden about my person is a pen. There we go. No worries. No bonus actions for you.
No.
Felix, you are currently paralysed. You can't move or speak. You automatically fail strength and dexterity throws. Attack rolls against you have an advantage. And anyone that hits you has a critical hit. There's nothing in there that says you can attack.
What?
I'm paralysed.
Ah, after reading it from there.
Goodness.
It seems odd, doesn't it?
Do you have laser eyeballs?
I assume it's a concentration spell. I would have thought.
It's incapacitated. Can't take actions.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, incapacitated.
Yeah.
That's not written here. It is.
Well, I choose to do nothing.
Hang on,
But it's
doesn't
my
that mean that if you
Sure, Worms reference there.
if your action is to do nothing, you can't do nothing, so therefore you'll be able to do something.
Yes, that's exactly how it works.
But whatever happens to me, I've chosen to do.
That could have been a line out of a Discworld novel.
It's a 1,000,001 chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crop up 9 times out of 10.
Chances crop out 9 times out of 10. That is a Discord reference.
That is a definite Discworld reference.
Scientists will tell you the chances of this happening are 1 in a million, but wizards know that 1 in a million chances happen every 9 times out of 10.
You just have to be exactly 1,000,000 to 1.
You have to make it harder. Don't
Yeah, so if you're
Yeah.
going to take the shot, you've got to be standing on one leg, cover over one eye, and point the crossbow in the opposite direction.
Which is just a rehash of the improbability drive.
Wow.
Uh,
Anything you can't handle is now your problem.
I was going to cast this spell, but I'll be honest, there's far too much reading involved. So I'm instead thinking about his spells and struggling slightly and closing his eyes. He's going to hit you really hard in the face. Ooh, which is and you're incapacitated.
Critical hit.
It's a critical hit, but it would have hit you anyway. Which is, I'm afraid, as he hits this thing down, it starts crackling, and you start to see little zaps of power come out of this staff. It does 14 lightning damage.
Okay.
Kaboom.
With that, his eyes go wide and he shoots around at what's going on, and skulks away from you. He skulks away quite far. He goes 30 feet, we'll say north, but nobody will know what direction that means. For those of
That
you
way.
that are in front of the big chair he was on, he'll go to the right. To you, he'll go off towards that side.
There was no throw I needed to make or anything to not be incapacitated.
Of course there was, mate. I'm just lying to you. Can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Is that true or
That
what?
is true.
Yeah. Okay. So you might not have done 14 dummies. It's just 13.
In which case, he did 13 damage.
Cool.
But you can take inspiration for me forgetting the
That's
rules.
fine. Thanks very much.
Over to my good friend Caston.
Okay,
Or the worm-free individual.
what is the distance between the fishy man and me now?
You are 30 feet at a diagonal,
Oh,
within
Chase.
charge down range.
yeah, I will charge down
Absolutely.
and ideally inflict a bit of Gordonan's revenge.
Are you going to say anything?
I don't think I studied this weapon.
Did you not?
No, I don't have any information about it, so I'm just going to use it.
Okay.
Shout
battle
revenge.
cry of some description might help.
Unless that's what I shout.
God, Odin's revenge.
Donan's revenge.
You try it.
Donan's revenge!
As you do that, the hammer bursts into flames.
Nice.
You will have seen it done this before. All of a sudden, you can see within a 60-foot radius. All of you are suddenly blinded by the fact this thing bursts into flames.
Night vision. Night vision.
You can make your attack as normal, but you have a +2 to hit.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I don't have any information about this weapon
That's
apart from those words that I wrote down. So I'll roll. It's a 3, I assume +6.
And a +2, yeah.
6. 11.
Powerful 11. This hammer comes slamming down, but he does manage to dodge out of the way. He's quite girthy, so you see his belly go one way and he goes the other, and that might have thrown you off, and it kind of misses. However, these flames do burst out of this hammer as it hits the floor. The floor below you kind of undulates slightly as this hammer goes cascading into it. Obviously, the creature around you did not like what just happened.
This is no cave.
This is no cave. However, it is a miss, but I believe you have a secondary attack.
With Ali, he's just going to shout, Donan's revenge! And he's going to do exactly the same as he
Slam down on the floor. As you slam down on the floor, can you make a damage roll for me, please? It will be based on a maul, which I believe is 2d6.
Well, that's...
Carl, I can give you my inspiration if you want to re-roll.
Smash him in the
No, I'm
face!
just going to hit him with this, and it's a 10.
2, 6, 10. Can you also roll 2d4 fire damage, please?
Ooh, nice. Toblerone.
Gosh, that's a 4. I don't even have a 4.
It's the pyramid.
It's a pyramid shape.
Hang on, I'll roll you
I can
one.
borrow you one if you want.
Hang on.
Right, yes. No, I don't have one. I did have one.
Nice.
It's a 4.
And 2d4.
Oh,
2d4.
Keep going, baby.
Keep going, baby.
it's another 4.
So that's
Good
8
dice, that
plus
was
the
good dice.
12. Did you, no,
Of course,
plus the 8
Jack
before. Was it
Jack's
16?
weight.
Maximum, yeah.
So you've hit the floor twice. Some kind of muscular wave seems to come across the floor. These pools start being thrown in the air. These pool noodles start being thrown in the air. As from kind of the mouth end of this creature, this kind of muscular wave starts coming across. Can you all make me a dexterity saving throw?
Is that a shockwave or is
That's a
that...
fart.
Yeah, or is that a bit of pedestalus? Or whatever the one is. What are we doing again?
No.
A dexterity.
Does he need to make a dexterity saving?
If anybody's within 10.
3.
A powerful 3.
Yeah.
Why would he not?
The
20.
frog with
You're going to +3 because you're
On the
next
front,
to me as well.
26.
26. Good lord.
Defensive one.
11.
11. I'm very sorry, Elantrix.
He always fails dexterity saves, doesn't
You
he?
do.
You really do, don't
Can
you?
you take
Apart from right at the start of the show.
8 acid damage, please?
Ooh.
Same.
Sorry?
Same.
No. You see this muscular thing wave from back to front. You're stood on top of this seat, if you like.
Yeah.
It was almost like the seat's been designed at the perfect height,
Right, oh, nice.
and you're not splashed with acid. You see your compatriots dive around, move, splash. Including your fish friend, who managed to artfully dodge out of the way. Who have we got now?
If anyone can hit him, that'd be great.
We've got Thaneus.
Right, so these pool noodles,
Yes.
am I fighting with them or are they just surrounding me? Because I'd really like to shoot the fat guy.
They are fighting you as much as pools of parasites will. You can, like I say, you move away from them, that cause an attack of opportunity. You can shoot somebody else, which I think you will do at disadvantage, off the top of my head, because you are in base contact with somebody else.
Imagine living here.
How many of them?
This guy loves
Just
it.
your whole
Sorry?
How
your
many
whole
of them
thing.
are there attacking me?
Swarms.
Waiting for this to
Oh,
It's
happen.
hard to know because they're all over you, but you'd
Like,
say
when it does
20,
happen,
30,
yeah,
they're
so
all
I-
over the place.
I don't have a bladed weapon, so it's not going to do me much good. Anything that could attack.
Got today.
I'm going to disengage and take one shot or take 2 shots with disadvantage. I'm going to take 2 shots. I'm going to take the disadvantage. I'm going to take my 2 shots at Fatso.
Nice. Go ahead.
All right.
Reading the statistics. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, you do you, Stu. You do you.
Oh, that was a natural 1.
Twang. I won't punish you, don't worry.
Punish.
Crossworks.
I won't bother rolling the other dice for disadvantage.
Yeah, but it's not worth doing, is it?
No.
You
The
can give it-
statistics don't really matter when you roll a 1 immediately.
So the second roll is a 3. Jesus.
That's not no, just me, I'm afraid. Yeah, I think the problem with that is you were kind of picking up your crossbow and launching pool noodles in random directions, which could be deadly if it works out. But yeah, afraid nothing. Are you going to try and move? You will take an attack of opportunity.
No point, is there?
Pool noodle number 1. My good friend Elantrix. That is a 12 to hit.
Yeah.
Miss.
No, it doesn't hit. No, 13. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I had the first one.
This is the same one that
Oh,
had
sorry,
me
you
first
moved,
time.
haven't you? You disengaged and moved.
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought you were still in the same space.
You
You
roll.
are not.
You roll.
Which means we have a free pool noodle who will probably attack his nearest target. So it's a mixture of you two.
Which is himself.
Just himself. Theneus, I'm very sorry, my good friend. That's only a 9 to hit though.
No.
Cool. So you now are covered
Covered in pool noodles.
They're everywhere.
Yum, yum, yum,
2
yum, yum.
collections of pool noodles.
Lovely.
Or 1 large collection of pool noodles.
That would be an ecumenical man.
Wesley.
Double noodles. I'll move out. I can take the attack of opportunity.
Cool, no worries. Can you
Sure.
I'll roll the
I'm going to walk out like a boss. No, you didn't roll it. Anyway,
that is a 21, I'm afraid.
it hits.
That is
But you can take it.
7.
Oh, yeah.
7 damage.
Yeah.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
I can. Is the damage anything special? Because I do have resistances to features and traits. Dwarven resilience.
To
I get
poison.
advantage on against poison. Oh no, advantage on saves against poison and resistance against poison damage.
That one is a piercing damage, so you'll still take 8
Cool,
piercing
lovely.
damage.
I'll have that.
However, can you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
I can, and it's an 8. Not very mighty.
That is what would have been 14 poison damage, but that's
Cool.
halved because you're resistant,
Perfect.
which would be 8 poison damage.
Lovely.
Yes. No,
7.
7, sorry. 7!
7. Rest in peace, Goodman.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Alright, yeah, that was fine.
Fine. So
Tis
you,
but a scratch.
you've just waltzed out there.
Yeah, I'll walk out, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
So
so,
what are you
yeah,
doing
it did
now?
hurt, but nobody was seeing it. My eye would go, oh, I've kept it cool.
Walking out of
I've
a
kept
cloud
it cool.
cloud of parasites.
I'm going to head towards the big boss.
Yeah,
Big boss
do it.
man. I'm going to walk my 25 feet. Am I within any base combat with this guy? How far away is
You've walked 25 feet towards him.
I can walk 25. Can I get to him within 25?
Quick algebra would tell me he's 30 feet away from you. So you're within 5 foot of him. I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'll punch him. I hit him with a warhammer then. Warhammer's got to reach a 5 foot. Let's have it.
Good.
26 to hit on the first. Oh,
Ah,
there was a natural 20.
Oh, it's a crit.
Great.
Critical hit.
Coming in.
Do we do
with-
double throw or max dice?
Max dice.
What
So it'd
did
be
that-
8 plus 3.
What did that do? Because it does change the. It does.
Yeah.
It does. I think it's already done it for me. I think
I
it.
get double rolled.
I think it does double roll.
double
yeah.
roll.
I think it does do it. For, I think
I
it does
don't
it
know
for
how
me.
this game works.
13 damage anyway. That's okay. I'm gonna hit him
Are
again.
you using it in double-handed or single-handed?
I've got a single handed because I've got shield.
Shield. okay.
Yeah, so I'm only in single.
No.
Second hit is a 16.
Which is a hit.
Damage.
Damage.
9.
So 21 total. 22.
Yeah.
Whoa. One of his eyes closes a bit slightly. He's still got some fight in him.
Little bit.
But he's there. He's
Does
there.
that break any concentration spells he's doing?
Let me have a look for you. Let me have a
Until you've DM'd
It's the
once or
first time
twice.
he's been hit.
That's the first time he's been hit. It
Have a
does
cola
not.
bottle.
I'm afraid it does not.
Did you just roll for it? I'm pretty sure it just insta breaks concentration. Isn't it?
No, it's 10.
No, it's yeah.
It's 10 or
Oh,
more,
you have to do
something
a-
like that. Yeah.
Save for it.
Yeah.
Gonna
Yes.
double check myself.
Like a vehicle, do you?
Yeah. Some kind of roll. I can't quite
Take a
remember.
I
concentration.
can't use my inspiration to make him re-roll, can I?
I'm afraid
That'd be
not.
amazing.
DC equals 10 or half the damage you take, whichever
Cool.
number is higher. And he passed it. I'm sorry, no, because doesn't he count the summation? He needs to roll it twice. So what was your first damage roll?
16, I believe. It does
He's
have
13 and
13.
Yeah.
Does recall
So
some
he
somewhere.
fails his concentration.
Yeah.
Woo!
You are
Yeah,
alive
but,
again! You can use your limbs!
And do the noodles turn back just to noodles now?
No.
That
I'm
would be
afraid not.
too much.
Oh, ba-ba-boo.
One noodly goodness that's writhing all around you. I'm afraid that is a 24 to hit.
No, it's a fail. No, of course it's not a fail.
That's 8 damage piercing.
8
And can you make a whatever it is, one of those saves that I said, Constitution saving throw? It'll probably be fine. But just in case it's not, I'll roll some dice.
That's 22 for my Constitution saving
Nice.
throw.
Oh, I'm feeling 22. Well done, good sir.
So what was that? 8
8 piercing
8
damage.
bitey
Yeah, you've
damage.
been bitten. You feel some kind of odd surge. That's not quite enough to. You dislodge it before it does any gooping. Alantrix, you are up.
Theoretically.
Okay.
You're kind of 30 feet away from this big chair, if I remember rightly.
Yeah. I'll head towards the torches. I'll get on the chair and reach
Yeah.
for the torches if
Back up
that's.
to the chair. Yeah, you can do that.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
And then-
You're up.
And then with that other action, she's going to.
Haven't you got an anti-worm spell, or is it?
Not really. I was.
Deworming spell.
Yeah.
She's going to cast spiritual weapon.
Felix a lot.
So she'll take her shield. In the other hand, the symbol will glow of Ophidia, the circular worm, and then she's going to summon the spiritual weapon close to the dude.
The dude, yeah.
Yeah,
You can do
close
that.
to the dude. I'm just checking the distance on it.
I
60
believe
feet. 60 feet.
It's a 60-foot range.
Yeah, I'm just going to summon it, and it's going to almost emerge from the shield in the exact same symbol as the Ophidia.
Nice.
And then as it forms, it's going to unfurl into this miniature worm shape,
Nice.
resembling Ophidia.
It's a video
And-
worm.
As that's her symbol at the very least. Yeah.
Noodle.
A ball noodle.
Like,
And she's it'll unfurl from this circle in this white sort of glowing light and strike at Dickhead. Is he
leave him alone. He's not from this world.
is he engaged with anyone at the moment or not?
Oh, bless. Nice of you to ask. He is. He's currently engaged to Wesley.
Okay, so ideally she'll do it from
That's the only way out of this combat.
from t'other side, 1000 XP. From t'other side.
Roll a d12, 1,000 XP.
So
Red
it's with
Dwarf
the
episode.
fish.
Dance of the 10 snakes.
So she
It's a reference to Hell Comes to Frogtown. Look that one up.
I've not watched it.
What even is it?
so it'll be 16 to hit.
Second best film.
Yeah.
Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Yeah, Rowdy Roddy Piper.
He's in the wrestling. The wrestler.
Hang
in
on,
the
he made
80s.
another film?
Yeah.
It's a silly film.
That'll be D.
The last spear
Uh,
armor.
Roddy Piper.
3 plus my spell modifier. 8 force damage.
Jeepers. So much force. Yes, slams down on him.
Can it slam him into a puddle of pool noodles?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, he seems still up,
Slam him
still
into
fine
my
strong, I'm
puddle of pool
afraid.
noodles.
He's got a very low centre of gravity.
He does.
I know that feeling.
That wasn't actually an action. That was a bonus action.
What?
Insane.
So she's
You
also
are off the chain.
going to remount her shield, draw her crossbow from her back, and what she'd like to do is tinder, torch, crossbow, bolt.
Yeah, do that.
I've got enough
Yeah, I'm fine.
enough things to do.
I'm fine
So
with
Cool.
yeah, so take a little bit of tinder from the box on the torch, and then fire it at Worm Group.
that. Oh, worm group.
Yeah,
Which
which
worm
is
group?
currently shrouding Stu.
Yeah,
You can't
Stu-
see
So-
shit. Yeah.
It's fine.
Thank you very
It's fine. There's no way I'll roll a natural one.
Right.
There's no way. So I told you. 14.
I thought you were rolling on the animosity table there.
Yeah.
A reference to 6th edition Warhammer Fantasy.
14.
14 is probably a hit. Let's have a look. It is a hit.
So that will be rubbish. It'll be 1 piercing damage
Oh yeah, good.
plus whatever you want to do about the fire.
I'll roll that for you.
1.
1.
It disappears into this cloud of very angry parasites.
Ow!
There's like 60 of them. There's very little of Thanaeus in there.
Yeah.
It's mostly parasites at this point.
Okay.
You don't actually know what happens, but yeah,
I've got a fair idea.
cloud of parasites.
Yeah.
Oh, the smell just got worse.
Slightly singed parasites.
Okay, that's me.
Felix, you can feel your legs again. It's good to be alive.
Oh, sweet jeepers. He is gonna move the 30 feet back in the base with Dickhead and have a little swordy slash.
Can you do it with advantage? Because you are flanking.
Yay! Oh yeah, you're in base as well, aren't you?
Let's
Take
have
his head off.
him.
Base buddies.
Base.
Well, that one was a
Well,
1,
good job we got
so
the
that was
advantage.
good.
Inspiration.
16 to hit.
It's
That'll hit.
Learn all the dice.
Kill him a lot.
Kill them with more
11
things.
plus 4 plus 2, 17 damage.
17.
You know, like when you just like peel like a real thin slice of cheese off.
Ooh, it's a
That's what I
slice,
do.
just a slither.
Yeah.
Do you like when the salmon flakes off?
Yeah. Ooh.
Yes, that'll do 17
Smells like
damage.
6-month-old salmon flaking.
Oh, I know, if you ingest any of this, you were going to trip balls. Are these my hands?
That's what's happening to me at the moment amongst my pile of pool noodles
Yeah.
Does anyone
that are
need
now
to
suddenly
move?
glowing from within. Oh, it's a
You don't, do
lie.
you?
Not-
You're away. You need
No,
to
no,
be
no.
right.
Oh, it's a lovely lie.
Cool. Right, let's attack again. With advantage. That'll be enough. It is
Finish
going to
him,
be
finish him.
19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And then we'll roll a d8. We'll use one of these babies. Precision attack. Or technically a manoeuvring attack, but that'll do. We'll have that. 5. And I get to reroll both those. Lovely. 7 plus 4, 11 plus 2, 13 plus 5, 18 damage.
What numbers? He's out of the park.
Quick
Oozing.
Home run.
Oozing from one eye. It kind of pops and this kind
Ugh.
of whitish liquid starts coming from it. One of he kind of chokes a little bit and some of his teeth come out. One of his fingers has kind of fallen off and is just on the floor, still moving by some imagination. Very, very much injured.
If you want to move without provoking an opportunity attack, you can. That's
I'll
your
fuck him
choice.
up, it's
You're
alright.
alright? Yeah.
The nest got us anyway from
Let's do
inside
this.
us.
He's flanked, so
Yeah.
let's do it.
Let's just get ready for Halloween early. My costume suit.
Sticking his finger into his popped eye
Mm-hmm.
and writhing around a little bit, he pulls out something. pops out. As it comes out, it's a little writhing worm. It's writhing around, and he holds it above his head. He goes, "Save me, master of worms!" As that happens, he starts to reform slightly.
It's Captain Fantastic!
Captain Fantastic!
It was me all along!
What me, bitch!
You bunch of shits!
It was me all along!
I've never met this character, but I assume that's what he was like.
Yeah.
Kind of slap you in the face, then kiss you on the mouth kind of guy.
My kind of guy.
Captain Birdseye.
Captain Burzo was like that.
That happened to you as well.
Swing me a kipper.
All of a sudden, he seems to kind of re-knit. His joints kind of come together. His broken eye seems to re-heal and inflate, start inflating.
That's cool.
And he starts reforming slightly.
Yeah. He's still dead.
He walks away from you.
Attack of opportunity.
You would think so, wouldn't you? You'd think that'd be a thing that would happen. However, as you go to attack him, he's just very slippery. He kind of slips away and kind of moves around and kind of goes in between you, and it's kind of almost like being brushed up against by something large and wet. And in the motion of it, he manages to just get away from you and starts skulking away. He moves 30 feet.
Did he disengage? Because I still get to hit him if he disengages. Okay, it's all good.
So he manages to skulk away from you. He moves 30 feet away.
What about
He looks back towards you, Elantrix, and holds up his stave. And as he does that, he makes a low ground noise. He's gone 30 feet towards what can only be described as the back exit. But he does
Literally
look back
and
at you
figuratively.
specifically, seeing you as some form of nemesis, and holds his stave up in the air and starts going, "Ah!" And as that happens, much like the summoning of your own weapon, a large disembodied tooth, much like the ones that you've seen towards the entrance of this fish, appears above you. And will try
The tooth of Damocles.
Yeah.
the tooth of Damocles. Oh, it's not very good. It's not very good, I don't think. Which is 11 to hit. Comes slamming down, hits the kind of thing. Blocks at the shield. I like that. Donk.
In true cartoon terms, you stand there like that, and this thing just goes thunk, and the point of the tooth is just like that, stick it up like that.
Doing.
Caston, you're up, my good friend. A big
Okay.
flaming.
He's not that bad.
Big flaming hammer at the ready.
Am I still in revenge mode?
You're still in revenge mode.
Wow. Well, I'm going to bonus myself, and I'm going to
I beg your pardon.
absolutely bonus myself and
Yes.
rage.
Yeah, boy.
Well, an extra two something to the damage. But I'm going to approach Fishy McFish.
Yes, you can do that. You can chase him down. He only moved 30
He's
feet.
done some moving. And I'm going to swing the Gordon.
Go ahead.
The Gordon.
It's a natural 20.
Oh,
Wow.
lucky aunt.
Take this, you
This
Gordon.
time,
You can roll all your damage dice twice,
Okay.
which
so,
would be your normal damage dice, which would be 4d6, and in addition,
Oh,
you will roll, if I can find the right part of my notes, 4d4s.
I got 2d4s. You're just going to roll them all.
Well, who wants to roll a damage? Or do I have to roll them?
There you go, there's 2 more there.
Oh,
For no
And how
D4.
many d6s was it? 4.
Right, so we've got
I've got 4 d6s if you need
4
them.
of them. I need 3.
I'll
more
need
d6.
them
Can you
back.
roll them all at once? In the bowl!
They're my
Oh.
poison
In the
dice.
bowl!
They're specifically labelled for my poisonings.
Oh, one came out, one I didn't throw.
Oh, it's got to be in
It's
the
like
bowl.
wargaming in here.
It's got to be in the bowl.
There we go. Numbers. 8, 11,
We'll be back in
Check your
5.
spelling.
12, 13, 14, 15, 21, 22, 23, 24, plus 2,
Yes.
Yeah, I've counted 24 as well. 26.
26 of the damage.
I agree.
And that's only his first attack.
That's a good point. Slamming down this hammer.
Slamming
it bursts
down the
into
hammer.
flames. You
Another
hear
crit.
the voice, a disembodied voice. It simply says,
Ice cream.
Trankovit.
Oh, it's not ice cream.
Remember that,
Anybody speak
Trankovit.
Dwarvish?
Bellatrix definitely does.
It's simply revenge.
Trankovit. Remember that.
Each dice is
He's
ice
a
cream.
Croatian midfielder, is
He's
he?
on.
Creamy.
You have a second attack.
Which is
Yes,
not
I do.
rolling dice.
Oh.
Roll another 20. Roll another
Again.
20.
Pops hot.
It
Oh.
is. It is a 19.
That's it.
So that was 2d6.
Yes, 2d6 and 2d4.
2d6. So that is a 6 on those. A 2 on those. 8 plus 2 is 10.
Love that. Can you describe how you killed this
Just shouting, Tranquil! Whatever you just said.
slamming down on the top of this creature? You hear kind of a horrible screeching voice just saying, I have failed you, my lord! As he starts oozing this kind of murky white substance, this blood that kind of pours out of him. It seems to attract these kind of slithering creatures. They don't come for you, they seem to attach onto him and start biting him and kind of eating his remains.
And all the pool noodles dissolve.
I'm afraid not. Wouldn't that be nice? Thenaeus, you are swarmed, is the best way to describe you. You are now struggling to move. There are that many of them. They're all over you, biting and trying to get hold of you. What do you do?
Is there anything I can do?
Yeah.
Can I attack?
There we go, I'll put these here.
I can't attack them. I can't shoot anything, can I? So, can I disengage?
Which is
Can I?
nice.
Can I try and get free?
You can disengage. You can absolutely disengage.
Yeah?
Walk away.
Oh. Okay, I will disengage.
It's dangerous to have those in the snack though.
That's not a buggle.
Thank you, sir.
Would they in now?
Thank you.
Not again.
Not again, my orifice. So you're out. You can just walk free.
I will disengage, and I will remove myself to a safe, what I think will be a safe distance, i.e., my maximum away fromness.
Yes, 30 feet. Are you going to go towards this big chair? Or?
Yeah, fine. I'll go towards. I don't care whatever direction, as long as it is away.
Nice.
From
You
it.
can move 30 feet towards the big chair. Are you faster than that? Or is it 30 feet or 30
I've got 30 feet. Yeah.
30 feet. So you're about halfway there. This writhing pool of horribleness is behind you.
Yeah. I'll go towards the throne and away from the writhing pool of horribleness.
Nice.
There's nothing else to attack, so
You got any bonus actions?
not that'll do me any good against a writhing pool of horribleness.
It's a lot of individual piercing attacks.
Yeah,
isn't
there's
it?
not. I don't think there's enough crossbow bolts in existence to deal with
You
this.
could
Even
shish kebab them maybe.
Maybe.
A Gatling crossbow, that would be useful.
One cofter.
In that case, I'm afraid one of the writhing pools of horribleness.
Oh, for fuck's sake, then I'll shoot it as it comes at me.
You don't have an action because you disengaged.
What, disengage takes both my actions?
That is true.
You can
Take your
attack
action.
twice as one action.
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, yeah, you are right. Yeah.
So you can attack twice, but only if you take the attack option. Take the disengage option. You can't attack once. If that makes sense. It takes an action to attack twice.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Can you disengage twice?
No. That'd be great.
Can I dodge? I mean, if I've just disengaged from these things,
I'm afraid not.
I don't like you very much.
But that is a 20 to hit as these
Oh,
things swarm
of
all
course
over
it
you.
is.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Mean
Is that alright?
tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, fine.
So that is 9 piercing damage.
9 piercing
And
damage.
if you can make a Constitution saving throw, well,
Make
yeah,
Constitution saving throw.
Is everything all right at home? Ollie?
Funny you should ask. Today I just wanted to destroy something beautiful.
That you were stuck with us.
Yeah.
Do I get? I'll get 3 plus 3 on my saving throw.
Is it within 10 foot he gets plus 3?
Rich?
Wesley? Is it within 10 foot he gets plus 3?
Saving throws, yeah. Within 10 feet, you
Am I
get plus
within
3.
10 feet?
I'm not, I'm afraid. He's roughly 30 feet away from you.
Oh.
Okay, fine. That was. Damn it, my dice will just disappear. Where'd it go?
We believe in you.
We believe.
I believe it was a 16.
Ooh, no poisoning McPoison for you then.
So that's just how many piercings?
Many.
8, I believe it was. Those who are watching along at home may correct me. Or we watch it back on YouTube being, I lied, but 8 is the number that I
You have
just
to have
made.
the what's the referee thing where you
Yeah.
can look at it?
VAR. VAR. Video assistant
DAR.
referee.
DAR.
And we have Wesley.
Wesley. So we've got what's happened to our existing worm messiah? He's dead.
Mulched.
Mulched. He
That's
is
how to
mulched,
describe
but
it.
then
Flaming pool
and then
of
things
mulch.
just ate him. That they weren't
Is it flaming?
transforming
No,
into a
transforming,
new.
just eating him.
Cool, just
Yeah.
eating. That's fine.
Devouring
It is a
him.
flaming pool,
Yeah.
specifically.
Sorry?
It is a flaming pool, specifically.
There was some fire involved.
Okay, yeah.
Are they? Are those,
Revenge-based fire was involved.
are those other things looking attacky? The what's consuming?
No,
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 just
no,
kind of
okay,
like
cool.
consuming his corpse.
Cool. I'll
It was more for thematic effect.
That's cool. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Lovely.
I was going for like the anime ending.
Nice.
Yeah, dramatic.
Very
You
dramatic.
know, like Metal Gear Solid, whenever one of the bosses dies. I was going for that kind of
Snake.
Badger.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Roughly 30 feet away from you, you've got
I
Thanaeus
love
covered in
that,
angry parasites, and you've got a huge ball of angry
Hang on.
parasites.
Yeah.
One angry parasite, you said.
A collection of
One angry parasite.
One collection.
Just one.
yeah.
Just one.
I'm gonna fire into the double collection. I don't feel like firing into Thanaeus. Doesn't sound too good. So I'll fire into the double with a guiding bolt.
Nice.
Doink! And it's natural 1, baby.
That won't hit, I'm afraid.
7. Yeah.
I'm so glad you chose to shoot at the other
Ah.
writhing
Wow.
mass rather than me.
I will. Well, I missed. So I will run 30 foot to Thanaeus. Maybe I can aid him.
Cool. No
And I'll get
worries.
up. Get up next to him.
In which case, I'm sorry for this. And a gigantic ball of further parasites. Can I stack these 3? Oh, look at that! Just about fits. You know what? I could just do one now, all in one ball. Then separate. Afraid one of those was a 20 to hit.
Of course.
The other one was
that a natural 20?
13.
No. Oh, yeah, 13 will, yeah, because it matches.
Yeah. Equals or exceeds.
Right.
We're just going to keep saying that, aren't we, until we remember.
Equals or
We
exceeds.
never remember.
Well, that's all right because Popper's okay.
That's 18 piercing damage.
Well, good old Popper over here. Good job he ran out. Fighting style, interception. So while because I'm within 5 feet of Thanaeus, I run up to him. I would have dived in with the shield, so I would have knocked some of them away.
Nice.
And I preemptively rolled, and I can reduce the damage taken to the target by 1d10 plus 3. And I preemptively rolled a 10, so 13 damage. I've knocked away enough
What did you say?
Enough
Wow.
of them.
It was
18.
18, so
So that's
13.
5.
Is
So
that
5's gone through.
Nice,
Wow.
thank you.
However,
However,
while we're here, if you make me 2 Constitution saving
I
throws.
do get plus 3
You do
on
get
these
plus
this
3.
time, don't I? So the
Yeah.
first one is 19 plus 4 plus 3 is 26.
Such a good class.
Second one is
I thought it was a bonus action. Didn't it say it's a bonus action?
not quite so
This
good.
is an actions. Oh,
That's
reactions.
6
Cool, yeah.
plus 3 is 9.
That's a lot of dice.
That was a lot of dice.
It's a lot of
Take
poison.
12 poison.
Shite
I
bogus.
can't do anything about that. I'm afraid.
No.
Suck it out.
You're in my personal space.
You were my person.
So there's two,
But he's wearing his
two,
trousers.
Yeah, that's true.
two big masses of worms, or one big
Three,
mass?
one very, very, very large mass of worms.
Okay.
If you like, 3 stacks of worms.
Well, I will first of all do my tinder and
The bolt trick.
The bolt trick, as I call it.
That you did that. Did not do anything?
General fizzing.
didn't work so well. But I'm gonna try again. Now
Yeah,
there are
let's
even
do it.
there's more tinder in there now.
Yeah. I like that.
Swipe left.
No,
Ah,
that's not gonna hit.
get it.
I wouldn't have thought, because it's 8.
That's a miss.
Yes.
I'm afraid.
How could you
Then-
miss a great
Well,
big
there's quite
writhing
a lot, and
ball
let's
of
go through it. And then then secondly, I don't know if it's going to work on a giant ball, but the Ophidia is going to go, or the Ophidia likeness is going to go across.
Worm
Move
versus
I
worm!
can move it 20 feet toward them. I don't know how far away they are.
Versus worm. You can move it how many?
20 feet.
I'll give it you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be
Oh,
nice.
thanks.
You
And
have more abstract distance. I'm not going to let you off there. I'm not going to worry about 5 feet here and there.
15 plus 19.
That'll get away.
19.
19. I was going to 15 plus 19. Good lord.
Yeah, that's
It's a hell of a
she's
modifier.
very accurate.
Yeah, go ahead, mate. Roll
And-
your damage.
See if we can beat 1. No, it's 1 again.
Nice.
Right, 1
That's
again.
great. That's great, that.
Yeah.
They've been mildly inconvenienced.
Good.
Yeah. Felix, you're
Thanks!
up. Huge ball of worms.
They're within running distance to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course he's going to run on in and help out and take a big old slice at these worms.
My God, the smell has actually got worse!
I can tell you now, it's going to be a hit 21.
That is a hit, my good friend.
It's just like giving you a haircut. It's all good. Roll. Oh. 6 plus 4 plus 2, 12 damage.
Is that piercing?
Slashing.
Slashing, because they might well be resistant. to
Yeah,
that.
because they're small.
When you say 12.
Yeah.
Thank
Slashing.
you, good sir.
I got another one. Sure. That's going to be 12 to hit.
That is a miss.
Oh, they're so wiggly. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Yeah.
Reroll. Yeah, that's a hit. 21. I should probably actually roll that dice. That'd be a good idea. And then re-roll you because it was crap. 9 plus 2, 11, 15 damage.
15 damage, baby.
I will also. It's probably a good idea. I'll roll a d8 to do 4 extra damage,
Nice.
and you may disengage. No, wait. Reaction with a move. No, remove that damage to 4. I won't do that. That's a bad idea.
No worries.
Because I should have probably read the rules first.
Takesy backsies.
Takesy
I'll allow it.
backsies. Yeah, oh yeah, sorry. If that's alright.
No, I'm fine with that.
Don't worry about it.
You've had to remind me twice about the rules this evening.
That's
so
true.
who would I be? It's like, oh no!
Yeah.
I think
it's
you'll
fine, yeah.
find.
I was going to try and get you to disengage, but I can only get someone to move.
Mm.
Yeah, they can't disengage. The manoeuvring, strikey thingy. Allow a creature that you can see or hear to use its reaction to move up to half speed without provoking opportunity attacks. That's not the same as disengaging.
Right, no.
No, it's all good.
Lovely, my good friend. Caston, you're up.
Ooh, how close am I to a ball of worms?
Within running distance.
Okay. Well, I better run up with revenge on my mind.
With revenge.
Uh-oh.
Really. Am I still in berserker mode, revenge mode?
You're in revenge mode.
13.
That, what did I say, 13?
13, 1 3.
Oh, what's a miss, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, then I'll be so angry.
So angry.
14.
That is a hit.
Remember these now. 11.
It's a miss, I'm afraid.
Oh, that was damage.
Oh, damage,
was
sorry.
damage, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm losing my mind. I'm doing two things at once. 11 damage. These creatures start to slough off, to use the correct scientific term. They start sloughing. They're no longer connected. Some of them are still alive. Some of them just go solid and dead and curl up. Other ones are sliced completely in two and start writhing in two halves. Now there's two worms now. Well done. Thanaeus. Cloud of worms again.
Right. I haven't got anything that I can use against these. Huh?
Accept it.
Oh.
Lie down.
Open yourself wide.
Thanaeus' character changes. He becomes a collection of sentient worms.
Ooh.
I am 30 worms. Behold my power.
Million ants.
No, I'm 999.
I'm going to. There's nothing much I can do except to try and disengage from the worms.
You can attack them.
Squeeze them.
Squeeze them.
I suppose, yeah, all I can do is a hand-to-hand attack because I've got no weaponry.
Have you got a
You've got
bedroll?
no melee
Yeah.
weapon.
I've got a whip, but that's not.
Take that.
Indiana Jones.
Take that one worm.
I'm sure.
Sorry, I shouldn't be funny, but
I'm sure Indiana Jones has never tried to
Well
attack
done.
a load of worms that were surrounding
So
him.
wrap them up like a big
Right.
like spaghetti on a fork.
Yeah, you're right. There's nothing you can do.
I've got a crowbar, but it's not listed as one of my weapons.
See an improvised
So,
weapon.
so I could use it. Yeah, improvised weapon. It's going to have to be, isn't it?
Which I don't think you're proficient in.
You can see them swing that crowbar.
Good morning, Gordon.
Jesus.
Improvised weapons 5e. I'm pretty sure you do something rando with it.
Good D. Yeah.
Improvised weapon.
D3 or D4.
I've got nothing that I can use.
Cool. I'll give it you as a club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got proficiency.
Hard club.
So how do I?
So a
That's
club
fine.
would be your
It's in my
normal
head.
attack, 1d4
You got
damage.
the COVID.
Got a hot head.
If you hit him with a crowbar.
So an unarmed strike.
I don't think so.
You got clothed.
Did you?
Welcome to the club.
Well, that's a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
So
Strangely missed, wasn't it?
what damage?
1d4.
1d4.
Plus your strength, I imagine.
That's my strike.
You're laughing as attack.
Just the 1d4 with a crowbar. I wouldn't want to be hit with a crowbar.
I know.
I know.
1d4.
I'd rather be whipped than
That's
to be hit
a-
with a crowbar.
Exactly,
But yeah,
That's a 4 plus my strength, which is 3. So that's 7.
it's not bad. It's good.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Just smack him with a crowbar.
Whack!
They're still writhing around you, however.
So I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I'll do it again.
What's he called in Half-Life? Gordon.
That's a 14.
Gordon Freeman.
Gordon Freeman.
Jordan.
Jordan Freeman.
Jordan Gordon.
Jordan
Jordan
Peterson.
Gordon.
That's a
Morgan.
14.
14 to hit the second attack.
Some
Yeah.
friends who idolise him.
Morgan Freeman.
And that
Morgan
is
Freeman,
the
no,
same
Jordan
result again.
Peterson.
7 damage.
No.
Whack! Damage.
Whack!
Yeah, you're thwacking them off one after the other.
Right.
Is the ball exactly half the size yet, or?
It's roughly half the
Okay,
size. Yeah, it's roughly half the size of when it started.
But it's levitating.
But it is levitating.
Get the worms off me!
Almost the Halo
Um,
theme tune.
Thanaeus, my good friend. That one's going to.
Do you watch that Halo TV programme?
That one is going to. 13.
Yeah.
That's also going to hit you, I'm afraid. That is going to be. 8 piercing damage.
Yeah.
Can you make 2 Constitution saving throws, please?
You should get a +3 to that.
Yeah.
You get a +3.
So that's 18 on the first one. And 25 on the second one.
You do fine. Everything feels great.
Yes, except that I'm getting
Yeah.
whittled
That's
away.
lovely. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Wesley Dabada.
I will
I live
have
and
to
breathe.
hammer him.
Feeling a bit wormy here.
Wormy.
Remember, you can only move your own pieces.
You can only move your own pieces. Chessmaster 2000.
Might just have to worm them. Can I hit? Can I use a warhammer?
Yeah.
Can I hit some worms
Absolutely.
without smashing this?
Absolutely,
Fine
probably
fella.
not.
Shall I simultaneously roll all my attacks?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have it.
Anyone who can attack, roll now.
Hit Dessert. Out of 19s.
Does that include me?
16.
No, because it will come first, won't it?
So whoever comes first.
Oh, no, actually,
18.
Oh,
you
yeah,
will.
everyone
you
can
will.
roll.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You
With
will.
8 and 5. Harder than 13 on a whole turn.
20.
13.
Of
on the
13! Bludgeoning.
13 damage.
Yeah.
So you've rolled to hit.
I'd done everything. I rolled a 16 and a 21. And then I've rolled damage on top of that for both of those
13.
attacks. So it's
Love
13
it.
for everything.
12 doesn't hit, does it? 15 does.
Afraid not. 15
14 does. Yeah.
27 to hit.
Yeah.
And he's going
What
to
be good
do
age?
16 damage.
Go on.
Another one.
Let's see it. Good inside of the dice.
Does 15 hit?
Yeah, 14 hit. DC.
So that was 16
18.
damage. And I won't re-roll. 14 damage. 16 and 14, so 30 in total.
And I had 8 piercing plus whatever fire
21
things
hit
happen.
plus 14 damage.
Oh!
I got 2 hits, 2 definite hits.
Go on then.
What are we at? 16, 14?
I had a
48.
20 and a 22 on my.
Anything else?
Yeah, what
Whatever
else?
the fire does.
2
Uh,
crowbars.
What,
2
48?
crowbar hits.
Oh,
This is a better way to do like these rounds.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's all
Pile them all
gold.
in.
Pile
Yeah,
them
yeah.
all in.
hit.
Yeah.
In fairness, I've been doing that with their attacks.
So that's 7 and 5.
What damage?
Yeah.
Nice.
Can you describe
Oh,
destroy these creatures?
finally
with your crowbar?
batted the final poxy worm off me and just hammered the thing into the ground with my crowbar, swearing, stamping,
You're surrounded.
until I'm just surrounded. I'm knee deep in mulch, grey, oozing mulch.
Just watching on.
Yeah, yeah, you.
Wait till I taste it.
Everyone's
Those dogs are
slightly
gone home.
smeared.
Have a little lick.
Oh,
Constitution saving
Would
throw.
you
Charlie does that with bird poo.
Yeah, I know. They just go and have a look. Mm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they're little poopsicles. Dogs
Yeah.
love them.
Yeah.
Charlie is Josh's little brother.
Yeah. He just does it with his little tiny.
Yeah.
surrounded by viscera of various goopy forms, the milky white viscera of the frog creature, the strange black pulsating viscera of these creatures, bits of ivory, tooth and keratin, and fleshy tubes all around. You breathe a sigh of relief as the things around you are clearly dead. But not everything. You're inside a very large living thing. I think that's probably about the time to have a short break.
Let's get a
Anybody
fan in
fancy
here.
a short break?
I'm a
I
reasonable
think it's time
temperature,
to have a fag.
right?
You're really a reasonable.
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine.
What's it with
You're
this?
reasonable.
I've
You're
been-
still
I've
wearing
just
a
been
jumper.
really
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine.
David.
Yeah.
It's not that bad over
Don't
here.
taste a thing.
Oh.
I'm terrible at regulating my body temperature. That's probably all the LSD.
You're supposed to ingest it, not rub it all over your body.
Feels hot as the sun.
We'll be back in roughly 8, maybe, of your Earth minutes.
I'm lying outside the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I've just given keys out as well just to loads of people, so anybody's welcome in.
Anybody's welcome in my house, stick it in the bowl. There we go.
I haven't got keys.
I've got a key.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, right.
I got upsold. I went to buy 1 key and ended up buying 5.
And you got a little display box and everything. Like a little...
Yeah, when they delivered. Yeah, I ended up getting 5 keys. I got well
You got
upsold.
talks into 5 keys.
I did, yeah.
But
Right.
you live alone.
If
I know.
ever,
Why
if
do you
ever
need
we,
5 keys?
if ever we go anywhere and we need to negotiate the price on something, don't let him say it.
Yeah, I'll field that one.
They're expensive. It was £90 as well.
£90
£90,
for 5
yeah.
keys. But they've just got one device that cuts the keys, so why do they cost that
I've got a
much?
special key.
Ooh.
It's hilarious, right? They've given me these ultra.
You are live on the internet. Just
They've given me
point
these
out, before you talk
ultra
about hanging-
special keys. No, it was fine because nobody will see it. But yeah. So to cut the keys, you can't go to a
Southwest of
generic like cobbler or like you normally would to go to
They
a
make
cobbler.
shoes.
Isn't that
And they
shoes?
would- yeah, but they
Well, they
always
do both.
cut
They
keys
do.
as well.
Okay.
They always cut
They always
keys.
do keys. You
Yeah,
are
go to
right.
keys or go to Timson's. You can't go there. You have to use their special website because they're weird old keys. But you don't hand a key in. Every key, my key's got a code on the top of it. So it's an ultra secure lock. But if my key's just on the side, anybody can just go X1 and just go buy a key to my house. All you got to do is look at the
What is
code,
the
take the code down, and then just go. Then you can just go online, put the code
That
in,
doesn't sound
and it will
ultra-secure.
be. Yeah, but these are
sounds the
these are
opposite.
recommended by the police. So the police will use these
So
on,
they can
on
get
their
key
stuff.
out.
I guess so.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So all we need is the number and a big stick to beat you with to find out where you live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah,
That's like the 3rd tier of Patreon or Twitch.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, you get Rich's
Yeah.
key codes.
It's amazing.
Yeah, if you
Subscribe now.
Give, if you give us £100, we'll give you the code to Richard's house.
Because your house is worth more than £100, I reckon.
That is
I
true,
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I expect
You'll
so.
have to live with
You
Rich.
just squat.
You have to frog.
Yeah.
You have to frog in the upstairs.
Yeah, a bit of frogging.
There is no lining in the attic, so
Yeah,
you might get a bit itchy.
Bit itchy, bit scratchy in the
Yeah,
eyes.
I haven't got any wood up there.
A bit fibrous.
Yeah.
Bit
Otherwise, you're welcome to live up there.
Yeah.
It'd be hot.
Super hard.
Sexy
Yeah,
hot.
super. It could be sexy hot as well.
But there's no wood.
Yeah, no wood yet.
Should we
Not
play
yet.
some Dungeons and Dragons?
Got really
Anybody?
weird.
Who, us?
Before
There is
they-
the thought.
You're inside a giant fish. Viscera is around you. There's a lot of pools of acid. Some of them are now devoid of parasites. You know of at least one exit.
Hello.
Is that Felix?
Yes.
Wow. You look like shit.
It has not been explicitly said that he is covered in turd. It was a very empty, very large, cavernous hole
Just
that
been
he
dressed.
came through. Yeah. There was a pirate ship in there, yeah, some bones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was all good. Very echoey.
You came through sphincter doorways, then. Yeah, we know where that was.
Cleanest you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And fish poop isn't like ordinary poop, let's be honest.
Landrick's just going to investigate the throne in case there's anything. some drawers or hidden jewels or something.
Armoire.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a collection of clothing. There's,
Make sure you lift up the cushion.
you can do an investigation check. Why don't we all do an investigation check of the general area?
Very good. It's investigation.
That sounds interesting.
I rolled a 4.
22.
I got a
Happy
natural
20.
20.
Way!
That's good. I rolled
All
a
the gold is mine.
16.
All the gold is
16.
mine.
22.
22. A lot of you
24.
seem to converge on our good friend, the archpriest. You don't really find anything of value down here. The throne itself is made of a collection of bone and random objects. It's hard to tell. There's nothing really of value in it. The viscera in general doesn't seem to hold any particular value unless you like poison and teeth, in which case it is bountiful. However,
Staff. Claim the staff. Claim the staff. Got the highest roll. Claim
Got
the staff.
it. Did you get high? You rolled a. You did roll a
Natural,
critical.
natural 20, so plus my thingy is 24.
The staff! I told you to take the wizard's staff! You can add to your inventory, and I'll give you what it's called. Why the not?
That's a funny name for a staff.
Yeah. It's
Why they're not
called
staff?
The Staff of He Who Rides Within. It looks like it's made out of a collection of bones. It's relatively flexible. It's got a bend to it. It's mostly kind of a large rib bone of some kind of aquatic creature, but you're not sure what, which makes it slightly kind of hollow. If you hold it up to the light, you can kind of see through the flame through it. One end's covered in kind of a smattering of teeth from these creatures, these kind of slimy riding creatures, but also a collection of something else in there as well. You kind of
Something
little
else.
teeth from something else.
Oh,
You see nestled within the teeth, which kind of makes you jump at first, a small black eyeball with a white pupil that seems to look around.
Pretty cool.
hi.
Pretty scary.
Other than that, you don't know what it does.
I'm going to claim this because, as I've recently become aware, I don't have anything useful in really, really close combat. So
Against worm pals.
against stuff that is pressed up against me. So I'm going to claim this.
Yeah,
What's
it's
it?
called the Staff of He Who Rides Within. You can make up your own name for it if you so wish.
I will note that down.
I was trying to look at the anagram, but it's not very catchy.
I thought you were somewhere else.
Yeah.
Looking into your
Jack's
eyes.
left us.
He's gone.
He wasn't looking at my eyes, he was looking at the space in between.
Oh, was he? He's dreaming.
The third.
Dreaming. Not that bad,
My old wizard.
No, it doesn't really.
Other than that, you're still within the belly of this giant creature.
For an anagram.
Where are we going? What was the whole submarine? Because I got this thing, and I assume the thing is pointing in a direction or all around.
Yeah, so it's pointing up towards the mouth of this.
What's that then?
Captain Fantastic said that it would find his submarine.
You met Captain Fantastic.
He was lovely and
Oh.
very accommodating, but pretty much.
Really?
We're heading
that
to
takes you to his submarine, does it?
Yes.
somewhere.
Yeah, that's probably not much use to you anymore.
Oh.
The submarine is broken.
He's going to throw it into a pool of acid.
It fizzes for a small period of time, makes a small popping noise
Yeah.
as the orb breaks, and then
This might have been worth a bob or two, though.
He just watches it. No, it's fine. It takes you to whatever your heart desires.
Fizzle,
We were
fizzle.
heading to Stiltmire's cavalcade of contraptions for conflict, confrontation, and outright combat.
Or
And then this happened.
right.
I've
Now
still
what
got
we
my
do?
lens, haven't I?
Yeah.
I'll oh, where it's irrelevant which way it points now until I get out the bum.
Yeah, since we've got two options here, we can either go the unpleasant
Come on.
way or the deeply unpleasant way.
I assume from the aroma, Felix knows the way.
In her wisdom view.
In her wisdom view. There's also
Follow the smell of
the
fishy poo.
hive. Was his first suggestion.
Some anagrams of that name.
Of he who rides within.
Go on.
And
In-
wise or with hive.
And hives are with hive. Woven hides with ire.
Oh, I like that.
Shiver in wide howl. Inshore wide view. Hi, whensoever wid.
Oh, it's broken.
You can only speak in anagrams for the
Yeah.
rest of the evening.
Well, there you go.
I like that.
Inshore wide view.
Can somebody roll either an investigation check or
I've been
nature check?
I've been pretty good on investigation checks today. So.
Both of them.
Kupo.
Kupo.
Hey, Kupo.
Oh,
Make a Kupo.
except for that
Nine,
one.
Kupo.
You made a Kupo noise.
Nine as well.
Nine. You rolled 9. You rolled 9.
I rolled 9.
Who else rolled
I
9?
didn't roll.
No. You rolled 9 for investigation.
I did.
I'll give you a
Um,
nature, why not?
The area around you, you're obviously inside the belly of the beast. Inside the belly of the beast. It rides ever so slightly, not like it did before, this kind of like wave-like form. It kind of rides a little bit from side to side, as if you imagine being on a bus, and the bus is kind of dodging through traffic.
What kind of bus rides have you been on?
Yeah, dodging through traffic. If you're on a bus in Mumbai,
Keanu Reeves, yeah, driving.
Keanu Reeves is driving.
Sandra Bullock.
breathing from side to side. You're in the film Speed, and you're on a bus. So, yeah, it seems to ride ever so slightly.
Do you want to get this thing to throw up or something? Is there a possibility?
That's a thought I don't want to entertain.
Okay. Or we can go out the other end. I don't think it poops on land.
That's a thought I don't want to
That's
entertain
my
either.
concern.
This staff that I've got.
The staff.
The staff.
Oh, the staff.
Staff. The staff.
Novel. The staff.
The staff.
Yes, staff.
This
Staff.
this big bony stick.
Yes.
Do I get any indication that it might actually have had some sort of magical properties and be able to control the great god of fishness that we appear to be within?
Don't know, do you? You'd have to roll some kind of arcana or religion check. Call me a dungeon master.
Religion's not gonna, well, it's arcana religion not going to make any difference to me.
Well, anyone else could if they're nearby.
No.
Negative. I have no arcana or
I'm not
religion.
helping!
I have identified, but it costs me a lot of money to cast.
This place is to walk.
In bones,
So, sorry.
we have many bones. We can have a rest, right? You just need to sit there and look at it for a bit, don't you?
Probably fine if you rest it.
Study. We could do with a sit down. The Lantrax is looking pretty weary.
I could, yeah, I could do with the rest.
Many creatures are known for resting in the digestive tracts of other creatures.
Yeah, what's the worst that can happen?
I'm imagining like a whole sailing ship coming out.
Straight in one end.
Whoa!
People in tricorn hats going through. Whoa! Oh, dear.
Hi ho, silver.
I would like to take the opportunity then to try and study this here
You
stick.
absolutely can. It will take you a protracted period of time.
Are we going to
You
stop?
would have to attune to the eyes.
Are we going to stop and rest for a while?
I can stop and have
That's
a rest
fine.
for a minute.
I don't know how we're ever going to get out of this.
Well, maybe this stick will give us a
You
way
need a
out.
short rest.
Okay.
Let's do it
Maybe
then.
if we have a
Of
rest.
course,
Rest.
physical contact is required.
1,000 XP.
Very well. I will try and see if this thing will help.
Absolutely.
He seemed to, the pile of sludge over there seemed to think that it was
I'm going to roll some hit die.
attuned.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to roll 2 hit die.
On top of that, can one of you roll a perception check?
Oh,
D10, that gets the big end.
I'll perceive.
Can't get big.
Give me a quick perception check.
22.
For perception.
I'll perceive. No, that's for healing.
Okay.
I shall perceive
Oh,
the
that's all
environment.
right. We've got a perceiver.
Oh, we got a perceiver, have we?
He's also rolling hit die.
Oh,
No, it's rubbish. I didn't see anything.
You don't see anything. Cool.
It's lower than my passive, which I always find funny.
You actively aren't perceiving.
I'm worse.
I love that.
When looking, I'm
Yeah,
worse
that's
at it than if I was paying no attention.
It is like that though sometimes. I
Yeah.
have those tools at work all the time and
You're like,
they're right here. And I'm
Ah,
like,
there.
who's fucking nicked me tools running around like that? It's you, innit? And I'm there like, oh, no, it's in my pocket.
I love that.
You can spend as many hit dice as you want, can't you?
Yeah, you can spend as many as you want. But when they're gone, they're gone.
As a company that lacks for Allen keys,
It
that's always my
is,
experience.
Yeah.
No matter how many Allen keys you buy.
Mine is a number
just
one
disappear.
Phillips. The amount of times my number one Phillips goes missing, or my wire snips, and somebody stole them,
Yeah.
and they've tried to cut a billet of
Where do I find
aluminium,
hit dice?
and I'm like, well, fucking thanks, this is useless now. I'm like, God damn it! I know, yeah. How much we right hand, I could do angry about
lovely.
that.
Where do I find hit
Just
dice
calm
on
down,
here
man.
to heal?
I think you have to click
Or
somewhere.
rest. You got to click rest, yeah.
Yeah, rest. short
Take some
rest.
caffeine to calm down.
Tick some boxes away.
I caught somebody the other day, borrowed my SMC wire choppers, and they were cutting 13 amp cable.
Down the bottom.
I was like,
Oh, I see. So
that is
I
not
can
the
use-
tool for that job!
I bet you did that voice.
Ah, I see.
I know. I'm like, oh.
Is there some disciplinary action going on?
No.
Well, what's even better, Rich, is I only hear this second hand through stories about how great you are now.
How great I am?
Yeah.
What do you mean? People say
Other
I'm great.
people tell you tales of Rich Robinson.
Do they?
Yeah.
What type? Are they good tales?
Yeah, they are. They're
Shouts
always
at me
good.
for using
That's
his
not too
tool
bad.
for my 13 amp wire.
That kind of thing,
I'm a
yeah.
very helpful fellow. Maybe.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
don't know.
What's your role?
I won't tell you live on the net, but I will tell you.
Maybe not. Cool.
Um,
I've taken to performing WWE moves on the sofas. That's my latest thing.
Yeah, I like that.
Just run and an elbow drop it on tea break.
16.
Have you still got the dividers?
What was the role? Investigation.
Hit die.
Oh, hit
It went
dice.
through. I broke them all.
Oh, you want me to do an investigation?
No, we're all good. We've
You're all
attuned,
good.
we've rolled hit die.
You've attuned, you've rolled hit die, you've done
How
everything.
do I? So
the
what?
statue rides it in. The top edge, the spiky bit with the eye in it,
Yeah.
you think would be quite good for hitting people with,
Yeah.
as a general rule.
Uh-huh.
So when you make a melee attack with this weapon, you have a +2 to attack damage, and you deal 1d6 +2 slashing damage because it's barbed.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Oh, that's not fun, is it?
+2 to attack.
Barbed weapons.
Yeah, +2 to the attack. It says attack damage here, but I imagine that's a typo. +2 to attack, and you deal 1d6 +2 slashing damage. Otherwise, that wouldn't make any sense.
1d6 +2 slashing. Marvellous.
Also, hearing the stories of your comrades of it being used in combat, you believe if you point it at somebody, you'd be able to make a ranged spell attack.
Ah, nice.
And on a hit, it would do 1d4 force damage as it crackles with unholy energy.
Range spell. 1d4. 1d4.
1d10 force damage.
Oh, 1d10.
1d10. You did say 4.
Did I?
Yeah, I was thought
Yeah.
the same thing. I thought, oh, a bit rubbish that. But
10d4.
did 1d10's okay?
Bit rubbish.
Basically Gandalf's style.
Have you ever noticed
Zap.
Gandalf's stuff? You ever watched the extended
Zap.
edition of that? In
course.
Minas Tirith,
Yeah.
you know when he meets
The witch.
the Witch King? The Witch King
Yeah.
blows his staff up,
Yeah.
and then he gets it straight back again. And then he goes and fights the rest of the battle at Minas Tirith. Yeah, it's
One of his
cut
many
out.
powers.
Yeah, it's cut out of the main one, but it's never
Yeah,
explained where that's. I was like, oh, they sell these just on the market in Minas Tirith? Who knows? Where did that come from?
Got a whole quiver of
It
them.
does, yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay.
You've all had a short rest. inside
All
a
of
beast.
that, but does it appear to be able to command the great creature we are within?
You don't think so, though.
No.
Oh, great.
Of note, just to be that guy, I think that technically took 2 short rests because you have to do 1 to attune and 1 to identify.
Right.
So we've been here for 2 hours.
2 hours.
That's fine.
Hours.
Yeah.
I'm
2
happy
hours
with 2
of
hour rest.
2 hours.
Felix has
Thinking.
been reading his little comic about Demric the Brave. Remember when you got that?
Yeah.
He's read it front to back, back to front, over and over.
Felix can read.
Yeah.
It's just a picture spice
Yeah, it's a
comic.
picture book.
It's got a little flip section as well, hasn't it? One of those.
Wait,
Some
wait,
slashes. Like, wow, it's so cool, man.
And then it just
Okay.
does like a,
Scratch and sniff at the back.
yeah,
So that didn't help.
that's a new
Wow.
edition.
The captain then shouts, I command this beast, and he wangs his hammer onto the floor, the
Yeah.
fleshy floor, as hard as he can.
There's no way that this can go wrong.
Blood gully.
This huge wave just comes down the whole barrel of the creature. Can you all make dexterity saves?
No, I'm running for the
Here we
chat.
go with the dexterity
You're running for
saving
the jet.
throws
Yeah.
again.
Go on,
Natural 20!
What?
go on then.
It only rolls
Ah.
natural 20 ones.
Dexterity
I
savings.
rolled a 1! Anyone within 10 foot will get a +3 as well. I know you don't need it, but you've heard out of it.
So-
15.
23 plus 26.
Can we
26, go on.
see this wave?
You can, yeah. Danger sense.
You
Good
wave it
danger
back
sense.
if you want.
Do I have danger sense?
17.
17. Boy.
4.
Nice. Alan tricks.
Natural 20.
Twang.
Natural 20, baby. Okay.
On a dead
As the
Second one
the
tonight.
pitch
Yeah.
comes along, you get
Two
slammed
natural
into the
ones,
ceiling.
two natural 20s.
I did roll a 1. I was a 1 plus 3.
Your statistics.
My good friend Wesley,
Wesley?
you take 10 acid damage.
Oh, it was 5. So is that halved? Because I'm resistant to poison, not to acid.
It is acid damage.
Yeah, no, I'll
Fine.
take
It was
it.
acid in 3.5.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah,
I'll have it. I'll have it.
Good. As that happens, the outer edges of this creature start writhing quite a lot. Writhing up and down. The whole outside of this creature seems to come in and out. Like a very, very large tent in the store.
Blair Witch.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of
Seems legit.
flapping on the outside.
Seems
And just to
really
add
legit.
to it, I'll do the torch as well. Just press
Stick
it.
that in there. It's a
Yeah.
cigarette burn.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Take that!
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's writhing and writhing. The wave now comes the other way,
Oh,
so from
God.
front to back, and actually it's lots
Bad
of
feeling
smaller
about this.
waves. Can you all make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh.
Who rolled lower than a 10? Come
Yes.
on. 1 lower than 10.
No.
Taking 1.
19!
2 lower than 10s. Can you take 8 acid damage, please? Both of you. You feel yourself being pushed along this wave towards the front of the creature. Pushed.
To the front. Oh, coming out.
No,
that
hang
way.
on.
And pushed.
I ran for the chair before.
You did. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. But the chair starts to slowly disintegrate as you're being ushered to the front. of this
Whatever.
creature. Unless you're actively resisting this, in which case you'll stay in the same place. You are going to be pushed 10 feet. And then 20
Surfing
feet.
the ripple.
Yeah, that's fine. Pushed to the front of this creature. Suddenly, you hear the smacking of lips and the teeth kind of opening and closing in front of you, and then an almighty gurgling sound. Like that. And you're ejected along with a stream of viscera, salt water, innards, bones, various other things.
What about a lavender? Is it a lavender exit?
A lavender.
What's it called?
Yeah,
Lavender?
the bits of submarine, all kinds of stuff.
Bits of pilot.
Starts launching forwards. You get an odd view of the rope and cables, actually, to use the proper term. And cables kind of roped around something as you're jettisoned into what seems like, though you're very hard to smell it, fresh air. You're regurgitated, and suddenly you see stars above you in some kind of open expanse. You're hit by a sudden, incredibly cold feeling as you're launched from a very warm innards of a creature. You realise you're quite sweaty, into the outer darkness. You hear noises, though it's hard to place them at first, and then you realise, actually, after a little while, they're speaking common, their voices in common, and you are regurgitated onto some kind of shoreline.
Is this actually a mode of transportation? Like, do the gnomes just use this to cross the shortcut? Yeah, they just jump in and just get spat out on the other side.
You look around you. Around you are
Got the number
odd
28 on the front.
Yeah, not in service at the moment.
Similar pools of liquids.
Yeah, it's no different.
There's a whole line of them on the shore.
Oh, I love the service 28. Good.
Around you are odd wooden huts, kind of square in structure, most of them on stilts. That are
We're under the sunshine.
Yeah, you're under the black, open expanse of the starry night.
Okay.
Story, no.
And there's definitely a shoreline there, but there's these kind of things on stilts that are all around you, kind of like houses, a bit like a shanty town built on different levels all around where you are. However, the place that you are currently being regurgitated on is a big wooden bulwark that kind of raises out at a very slight angle. It becomes suddenly apparent that tied to either side of this incredibly large creature are cables, big, long, thick rope that's intertwined. It's all kind of like a hemp-ish but slightly dark blackish colour, as if it had either been tarred or strengthened in some way, and being pulled along on two creatures with lots and lots and lots of legs. Almost hundreds of legs below them. These two long creatures are pulling this thing out of the water. The common voices you hear as you look around you see a smattering of creatures. Those of you who are one elf, one half elf, the rest of you probably don't know, are a smattering of humans and half elves around you, in kind of smocks, rough clothing, mostly leather, all of which have very large bladed hooks, bill hooks, and bladed weapons. They look just about as shocked to see all of you guys, as they seem kind of happy that they've got this creature. I think that's where we're going to end today's session.
Shai Hulud.
Congratulations for everyone online who survived that journey so far, and for everyone here who survived that journey so far. We had no incapacitated individuals. We're mainly cutting it short for health and safety reasons because it's incredibly warm in this room. But other than that, yeah, well done, guys. Thank you very much for being my players.
Thank you.
Thank you.
tremendously.
Thank you very much.
And until next time, we have been.
Jacko, why are you touching the mic?
Something fishy this way comes.